Good evening, everyone, and welcome high above Fruitport Stadium here. Nick Davros and Joe Kanukin bringing the season finale of Sailor football. It's a high-end overkick, taking it at the 20-yard line, across the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 45, 40. He's going to be tackled down.
Colby Trovinger
all the way down to the 40-yard line, into Fruitport Trojan territory. My friend, good evening.
And good, cold, chilly evening here on the top of the press box.
Yes,
it's a great view, but it is. We could use a heater.
We could use it, but I can't thank you enough, and this is the humble me coming out. Thank you very much for watching all that for me.
Hey,
man.
you know what?
I tell you,
we got you
man.
covered. We got you
but
covered.
But look at over here, though. Is that like the Aurora Borealis right here?
It's something. It's
something.
Aurora Coldialis.
Aurora Colby. Trips to the left, split to the right. Burks, the ball carrier. Burks is going to pick up about 5 yards on that carry. Andre Burks in for Trey Hatcher. They're giving Trey the night off tonight.
That's not a bad idea, getting ready to go into the playoffs.
Yep, and I've got some playoffs. Speaking about the playoffs, I've got playoff information for you tonight,
Outstanding.
my friend.
I love it when you have information for me.
That's my job. I'm just kind of like, that's kind of how I work. If playoffs were to start, I've got it for you right there. That's if we were having an 8 trips left, split right. Burke's a ball carrier. In the backfield, Boersma is the quarterback. Little ball out to Brady Rose. Brady across the 40, 30. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Mona Shores. 2 plays into this ball game. The Sailors are up 6-0.
Outstanding. Exactly what we need. Exactly what we want. And honestly, you know what? While we're waiting for this extra point to set up, why don't we go to our keys to success tonight?
Absolutely.
And I put some interesting keys to success for tonight's game against the Fruitport Trojans. Find rhythm again after last week's absolutely devastating loss against Muskegon. Defensive line pressure, always we want to work on that a little bit more. We didn't get much on it last week, and avoid this being a trap game. So again, we've already found our rhythm, and we're already in the end zone. So good on the Sailors for finally making it work the way that it needs to.
Well, I think too is if we can get enough points early enough, we're going to see a lot of players as we prep for the playoff run. The Kuiper, the kick, the up, and it is good. So we've got exactly 54 seconds gone here in the first quarter. Your Sailors are up 7-0. Hey, take a quick break. Please come back and join us.
Your Sailor Nation Eye in the Sky tonight is Kim and Kodos from Impact Media Group. For any production needs that you may have, contact him at the listed email below.
Sailors are on the board after 2 plays to go up 7-0, and they used all of 54 seconds, my friend.
Yep, and that's very efficient. Very efficient, that's for sure.
Yeah, you got the kickoff, 1 run play, and a pass play. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Now, again, defensive pressure, we're going to see it on this side of the ball now. Fruitport's going to take it, and we're going to see what they can do.
The Kuiper with the kick. It's a squibbly kick, dropping down at the 20, rolling around the 12-yard line, picked up by Fruitport. Oh, the kid breaks through across the 30, tackled at about the 32-yard line by number 23. That's Jalen Hobson. And literally, that may have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there.
Absolutely. And 21 it kind of bobbled the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
What happened is that I think the coverage for Mona Shores came down the sides, and they got too deep, and he exploded up through the middle, and there was nobody there to contain him.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Ball marked right at the 33-yard line. He's got trips left, split right. Offset back to the left, the fullback. Trovinger on the blitz from the outside. Trojans back to pass. The ball is deflected. Looks by number 52 right there. Bryce Sickinga on the deflection. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. OK Black Conference action. It's the finale. And it's the finale of the conference as well.
Yep, this will be the last time that Mona Shores and Fruitport see each other. Actually, as a conference rival.
As a conference in general.
And in OK Black.
In general,
yep,
football-wise, the OK Black conference. There's a fumble on the play. He picks it up on the little bobble. He's going to gain back to that line of scrimmage. He's going to make it a 3rd and 10. So football-wise, the OK Black comes to an end tonight. Muskegon is playing Reese Puffer. Kennewa Hills and Union play tonight. and it's Mona Shores and Fruitport. OK Black Conference action here. Muskegon, winner this year of the OK. Well, Muskegon's got to win tonight, otherwise Shores would tie him for him. Fruitport back to pass. He got a ton of time. Cross the middle, defended nicely by number 3. That's Longmire on the defense here. He was open, but nice play by Longmire. Lakeith Longmire on the defense. Is going to bring up a 4th and 10. Ball still at the 33, so a gain of naught. Did you like that little
I love
nautical?
it. You use
yeah,
when you use
nautical,
not. I
yeah,
love
naut.
it. I
Well,
know it.
that's a nautical term.
Well,
Nautical.
I believe not is a nautical term.
It is.
Not. Is
Not.
not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not. Fat man punt. There's a nice. It's a low little live drive. Good. Brady Rose going to get it.
Yeah, smart move. He was kind of coming up to maybe pick that ball up to make a run.
Yeah,
but there was way too many Fruitport Trojans right there.
So,
if anything would have gone wrong.
Yep. Sailors hold down here. Makes it 1st and 10. Ball is going to be marked at the 26-yard line.
So the 45 people that we have listening to us tonight, thank you for joining us at Sailor Nation Sports Network.
Are we just audio tonight?
We are audio tonight.
Audio only?
As of right now,
Okay.
yep. And that was what we had discussed earlier, Athletic Director
right.
Conrad and I.
Andre Burks, the ball carry. Andre Burks across 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Run out of bounds at about the 35, 36-yard line. Andre with the little jump step to the right to get him freed up right. I think now they're calling it a jump cut in college football. So he stops, he does a little jump cut to the right, and he's gone.
When whatever he's doing it right.
Yeah, he did it well.
We've seen Andre Burke a couple of times this season
Yes.
in a few games, and he is impressive when he gets the opportunity.
I think we saw him against Union to start the game, and here. Trips left, spread right, Burks alone back. Boersma, your trigger man. We'll get to the rest of that offense as this quarter winds down. Boersma changing up the play here. Ball's marked 1st and 10 at the 33 of Fruitport. Boersma back to pass. Hobson on the little screen. Hobson's going to be tackled for a gain of about 2. Tackled by number 44 for Fruitport.
Brady was not able to hold that block. If he would have been able to cap that block really well and Hobson could have snuck in behind him, we could have had a little bit of a better gain out of that. But their Fruitport defender got around Brady and came in. It was good.
Fruitport in a 4-man front in an even front. We call that even because there's 4 down linemen. Brings up a 2nd down and 7 after that gain of 3.
You know, we've been on the top of a press box in a couple different cases, even at our own home field before.
Yes, we
and
have.
I'll tell you, other than it being cold and sometimes rainy,
this
is
really
a
is the best
beautiful
view. Oh,
view. You don't get any better than this.
No. Being on top of it. Burks, the ball carrier. Burks is going to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards. Tackled by number 54 for the Trojans.
You know, we talk about this view up here. Kimmin gets this view all the time.
I know
I should actually be jealous when it's nice out. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the eye in the sky. That's why we call him the eye in the sky.
Really,
for heaven's sake.
tonight, quite honestly, we are all the eyes in the sky
So we
with
are
Kimmin.
the eyes
Yeah,
in the sky.
eyes
And
in
look
the
at
sky.
the sunset. Kimmin will have to get that. Maybe in between or something. The sun over to the left. It's just incredible tonight. It really is nice up here.
Yeah, it is.
It's nicer for me now because you brought gloves.
Well, I take care of my friends. I wish I'd have brought 3 more sets for everybody else just to make sure everybody stayed warm. But
this is true. Trav in motion. Burks are going to carry the ball. Burks is going to gain about maybe 1, maybe a short 2. Tackled by number 5. Correction, number 33 on the tackle. Johnny tells me. Brings up a 4th and 3. I know I'll be bringing gloves and stuff up to Traverse City. You know what they're calling for, don't you?
oh no, I don't. I don't even know what I was.
was.
Well, snow
It's
next
the
week.
S
Yeah.
word. It's the S word.
Yep. I actually do remember hearing
Yes,
that.
right. Yes, you do. 4th down and 3. Ball marked at the 27. We're 7:22 counting down here. First quarter. Who's that? Is that Triumph? No, that is. Who's carrying the ball, Johnny? 32, that's Burks
Andre
carrying
Burks,
the ball.
and he was unable to
I don't
get.
think Burks got it. That was kind of a conservative call. I
It
surprised
was.
to see that.
Yeah, I'm surprised that
you
you
know,
didn't see one of those swing passes or something
a
like that.
swing, a little counter, a jet.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, but just straight ahead dive.
But
again,
I guess giving credit to Koziak and watching what Burke has been able to do so far, he's broke out a couple of 20, 30 yards run. And
nonetheless, Fruitport holds over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10. The Trojan ball's marked at the 24-yard line. We got trips to the left, split to the right. Offset fullback number 5. Motion to 21. He's going to fake the handoff, and then we got a flag. We got a flag on the far side over there, point towards the Sailors. We're going to see what it is right here.
That area would almost be an offsides. Yep,
It's
that's
offside.
exactly what it is.
Jeff Burr, Jeff and I, Jeff's the head official down there, okay? So Jeff and I went to Muskegon, graduated together. Jeff started officiating fall of 1975.
Wow.
He's starting his 43rd year of football. I go, Jeff, you got me beat by 3 because it's my 40th year of high school football. Jeff's been doing it longer than I have. But Jeff and his family. In fact, Jeff and his father, Ralph, had his 3 sons together all officiated and did just an incredibly good job together. And Ralph is in the Muskegon Area Hall of Fame.
When you find something you love to do.
Absolutely you do. Quarterback's going to keep the ball on the fake jet, tackled by a host of Sailors, led by number 85, Logan Hackama.
And you go back to the keys, what I tell you, defensive pressure on the line. That was something that we weren't able to get. Obviously, we expected we'd get a lot more against this Fruitport Trojan team versus against the Muskegon Big Reds. But we had to do it. And a lot of these things, finding that rhythm, getting the defensive pressure, these are reinstating a little bit of confidence going into the play.
Oh, absolutely.
After the loss that we suffered last week.
2nd down 5, ball is going to be marked at the 30-yard line. Trips left, split right, fullback offset to the left. Jet motion to number 21. Quarterback's going to keep it again on the same play. Tackled by number 53 right there for the Sailors. That's
Merrihew.
Merrihew on the tackle. 3rd and 4. Ball's right at the 30-yard line, right in the middle of the field. Absolutely beautiful night tonight.
It is.
I mean,
yeah.
It's
a little chilly, but this is
chilly,
this
but
is
it's
football
fall.
weather.
Yeah,
it is
it's football weather. Twins to the right, split to the left. Fullback, offset to the left. We got an H back to the right. Sailor's going to come in with a little bit of heat. It's going to go off tackle, right to the 40, down to the 50. He makes one more cut down to the 40, 35. Number 10, the ball carrier, tackled down there by number 11. That's Pierce, Keontre Pierce on the tackle. And that was a nice little play right there.
Yeah, and that was set up by a lot of very good blocking downfield.
Oh, yeah?
And really, you got to give credit to the vision of the running back there.
Well, the running back just followed the guy.
Yep.
He just weaved his way downfield. 1st and 10, ball marked at the 33. Okay, do you know how many times I've called 33-yard line tonight? A lot. Okay, 1st and 10, ball's at 33, 5:20 remaining. We got flags on the field.
Dead ball foul.
That ball's probably going to be a procedure on, I would say,
Fruitport,
I'm thinking, but we're going to see.
Yeah,
Ralph
they're backing
Burr.
him up.
Procedure. Moment short, a 2nd time now that's
Are
happened.
you kidding me?
That's twice you've seen that we've lined up offside.
wait.
Well, now, wait a minute.
They just moved it back.
But yet he called it on, he pointed towards Shores, but gave it to Fruitport. Well, that's okay. Doesn't matter who he gives it. As long as he gives it to Fruitport.
Wow, that's.
Yeah. He must have looked the wrong way. Yeah.
But he even called the. Oh, he was lined up offsides. That's what it was. I got you.
Twins to the left, split right, offset back. Going to be another flag again.
That's going to be a false start on number 21. He was asking the referee if he was okay.
If he lined
the
up on the line
referee,
of scrimmage.
he was, and he moved up to the line of scrimmage after the quarterback was under center, which now constitutes a false start.
Right. Now, it's interesting. Their head coach walked all the way out to the official.
Yep, and that's what he was trying to tell him was the exact same thing.
Right. But he can't just walk out to the official and talk to
No.
him that far out. It's what
Now they're calling it offsides, but it's actually a false start.
Well, now wait a minute. Did he line up also, or did you see him move
So
pre-snap?
yes, and I wish we had the video to be able to
Yeah.
show everybody. But number 21, where he's lined
Right,
up
yeah,
right
I
there,
got
was
it.
asking the referee as a side judge.
Right.
He was asking if he was on the line,
Okay,
and I don't
so
think he
now
got
he's
an
good.
answer. He's checked with
Yeah,
him,
right.
and then he moved up after the quarterback was under they were down in the set, and he moved up at this point right here, and that's where he ended up getting in trouble.
Right. Same play. It's a little power off the right side out of the H-back right, tackled by number 53. That's Merrihew. Carson Merrihew, 5'11", 227, junior.
Little shout out to many people out there, but first one that we see so far out of state.
Oh, out of state, because I thought we were going to go family with this right away. Mom.
Charles Dodge from Wichita Falls, Texas, the Shepherd Air Force Base.
Well,
Thanks
you
for joining us.
And thank you for serving our country.
Yeah, absolutely.
H-back to the left, twins to the left.
Not going anywhere.
Not going to go anywhere. He's going to go backward. It was 2nd and 20. Ball's marked at the 43-yard line. 4:28 counting down. What number you got, Johnny? 9 and 20. Number 9 and 20. Sobish along with Casher. Nolan Casher getting the start.
Now, you were a little more familiar with the game plan for this night. Are we seeing, obviously, we're seeing Andre Burke out there, Casher. These are typically some of your substitute second-string people. Are we going to see a lot of that throughout the entire night as we're going into the playoffs?
Yeah. And right. Well, there's a flag again on the play.
Now, this might be encroachment on the defense because it looked like he was lined up in the neutral zone, and that's exactly what they're going to call.
Right.
I believe, number 85. No, I'm sorry, number 50. Sorry.
I would think, going back to your initial question, are we going to see a lot of kids? Yeah, I would hope so, and I'm hoping the coaches, I know that's what we're thinking. If we can get a 2-3 touchdown lead, you're going to wholesale a lot of kids in. Because the second season really starts Sunday with our watch party.
Right. Sunday is going to be a great day. We're with the Booyahs. I went over and scouted out our spot. We actually talked to the staff there. They're going to reserve an area for us right in the corner. If you guys are willing and able to come out, get a little bit of food, enjoy the Selection Sunday sports show we're going to do.
Going downfield to number 21. He's open, and it is caught. Oh, my God, what a catch. It was double cluttered. Rose and what's the other number?
21 on the receive.
Yeah, 21 on the reception. Brady Rose on the coverage, Joel, along with number 11 there, Pierce. And that ball was well thrown.
Oh,
that was
boy,
a great
I tell
catch.
you, that was right on the money. That's what they refer to as a dime. And it was, do you know what the definition of a dime is? And obviously, they've been talking about these new gen stats for the NHL, or NFL rather.
No.
The new generation stats, they call a dime, I believe it's a pass that's 30 yards or more, and there's less than a yard between the defender and the receiver.
Look at you, Mr.
So,
NFL.
That's what I enjoy watching. So. That's going to be a
Carry the
touchdown.
ball. It's going to be touchdown. Fruitport. Tackled by the interior of that line. Cam Johnson. Cam Solvish. So, yeah, are we going to see a lot of Not if this keeps up like this, we won't see a lot of substitution.
And honestly, this is not going to be a...
It's not going to be a pushover like years past.
No, actually, this is going to be, and the last time we were here, it really was one of those pushover games.
Oh, yeah.
But we should have the ability to win this game very decisively. They're going to have to work for it, though. They're going to have to make the execution occur.
Now, this coaching staff has done a nice job. The PAT is up, and it is good. So with 3:20 remaining here in the opening quarter, here at Fruitport High School, Fruitport Stadium, your score, Fruitport 7, Mona Shore 7. Hey, it's the conclusion of the regular season. Second season around the corner. Take a break. Come on back. If you have been going, you missed a great 35-yard pass from the quarterback of Fruitport to the receiver downfield who was double covered. It is now 7-7, 3:20 here in the first quarter here at Fruitport High School. We're high above Fruitport St. Trojan Stadium here and an absolutely picture-perfect fall night.
Yes, yeah, it is. It is nice, and the view out here, it's crisp.
Oh my God,
it's under the lights at night. It's just really fun to be in this kind of. take a little bit warmer. It would be okay, but we're doing all right.
We're going to do all right. Friday Night Lights at its best. The ball is up, and it's a long drive. Going to be taken there at about the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. He's going to be run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Ball carrier, Johnny, what do we got? 23, Jalen Hobson again.
And no flags. That's a huge thing at the beginning of the season that we had, where they had big plays like this, especially on some kickoffs, where Brady Rose had some great breakouts. He had to pull him back. No flags on that protection, bringing him down the field, and they've got a great start to spot
this.
Well,
that's a 55-yard return,
yeah,
too,
beautiful.
and you know they've got to be happy with that because we haven't seen many of those this year.
No.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 10, ball at the 37. We're at the far right, Hance trips left, split to the right. Burks, the lone back. Burks, the ball carrier. Brooks across the 40. Andre Burks going to get down to about the 30-yard line. Andre Burks, the heir apparent at fullback for Trey Hatcher, who's a senior. What number, Johnny? 60-11 on the tackle. This is Johnny Hall.
Got to throw a little shout out there to our guy, Mr. Mick Holman. He says hello to my brothers from another mothers.
Brother Mick, I got an article here that was M-Line. Seems how we've got you here, Mick. Turtles of Greater Muskegon coming out of their shells at girls co-op swim team. Mick, we're going to give you a lot of love today because yours truly, Nicky D here, because Mick, you know, we're tight.
Did his homework.
Did his homework, and I'm going to allow the legend himself, the man with a dream and a mic, he's going to read about everybody thinks turtles are slow. Well, guess what? The turtles that Mick Holman have, far, my friend, from being slow.
That's correct. We'll get into that maybe around halftime.
Absolutely. So Mick, stay in tune and let those turtles know we're going to be talking about them, baby.
So the last play on 2nd down, we actually took a loss. Fruitport got a lot of defensive pressure on that offensive line and took Borsman down for a loss.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7, ball at the 31. Brady Rose on the counterback. Brady Rose is going to get the first down and run out of bounds. Well, we're going to see, because the down marker had to be moved as Brady was running that way, but it looks like, yes, Brady did get the first down.
Yes, correct. And Brady had to run about 5 yards backwards to get around the defensive back that had come into the backfield and provided that penetration. He's fast enough to get around that outside. It was a good run.
Trips to the left, split to the right. Burks, the lone back, behind with Borsma. Little screen over to Jalen Hobson. Jalen's going to pick up about 5, 6, 7, 8 yards on the carry. Tackled by who, Johnny? Tackled by number 44. I tell you, you are quick on those numbers, Johnny. I'm impressed. You know, Johnny's really improved over the year.
I tell you what, it's been a pleasure having Johnny here.
Johnny works good with
him. Connor and Noah were looking for somebody that was going to be able to fill those shoes.
But listen, Johnny, somebody, not just anybody, Johnny. Somebody.
And Johnny has become that somebody we needed, and in Noah's absence.
Somebody, I know somebody. Trips right, split left. Burks the ball. Now we've got a little fade down there. It is caught, touchdown. Mona Shores on that far right corner. Now the question is, Mr. Eyes in the Sky, who caught the ball?
Was that Camden Briggs?
No. Who? 21? Yep. Farnham? Elijah Farnham on the catch. Cameron Briggs on the catch?
Yeah, that was number Camden Briggs.
Yeah, yep. Cameron Briggs on the catch there.
And it's as far away as you can get in the corner from where we're at.
Yeah,
up here,
I know. It's like
with
a
lot
far
of
deep corner
traffic
right
in front
there.
of us. It was really hard to see that.
Number 12, Camden Briggs, senior, 5'10", 151. Borsma, great
beautiful
ball where nobody could catch it but Briggs. The Kuiper getting ready, Rose with the hold, the snap, the placement, the kick is up, and it is good. So the Sailors have responded with a touchdown of their own to counteract the touchdown by Fruitport. Your score with 58 seconds left. It's Mona Shores 14. The Trojans of Fruitport 7. I'm sorry, I said they scored.
That's right, they
7,
did.
14-7, Mona Shores. Want to welcome everybody back. Your score 14 seconds, 58 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. It's a conclusion of the OK Black Conference football scheduled for 2019 and for the next 4 years. as the conference will be dissolved in about June of 2020, and the new conference, the green, the OK Green, the Sailors go back into the green. The Kuiper with the kick, a nice high end overhand kick. It's going to be taken in about the 12 at the 7-yard line. Across the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, tackle at about the 42-yard. And this is what you don't want to see.
Right.
If you're a special teams coach right now.
Well, and I'll tell you what, that number 21 for Fruitport Trojans, if you watched him get that ball, he didn't rush. You could see he was just a little bit of a jog. He was figuring out where his lanes were, and that's where he makes that explosion. His blocks get set up, and he's able to take it up the field.
And he takes it up nicely because he has a
does.
nice return.
He does.
And interesting fact here is there's going to be scouts now from Traverse City. There's going to be scouts from different schools with the scenario coming down Sunday of who are we going to be playing? Well, one of the options is somebody's going to be playing Mona Shores. Quarterback's going to keep the ball, going to pick up about 2 yards on the carry. So if we're looking at the playoff situation, if the playoffs were to start tonight, we would be playing Reese Puffer. Well, we're not playing them tonight. But the teams in our district, all right, so up to the north right here, we're in Division II, Region 1. If playoffs were to start, it'd be Midland versus Alpena and Traverse City Central versus Midland Dow. Okay, so that would be if the
I got you. Yeah.
or if this was there, but this probably isn't going to be the scenario because Alpena at 4-4 right now, tough to make the playoffs at 5-4 in Division II.
Right.
So this gentleman who does snooze to you does 8.5,
which is a prediction of the Week 9 outcomes.
Correct.
Yes.
Right. Week 9. He's saying, all right. So here's what's going to happen. Midland's going to win, but Midland Dow's also going to win. All right. So Midland would play Midland Dow. All right. If Traverse City wins today, which he predicts wins, and Shores wins, we would be going up and playing Traverse City Central.
Boy, no, out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Brady Rose on the reception.
Brady Rose came over like a rocket on that coverage. He was able to get the ball. It was overthrown by the quarterback, and he was about a half a step too far out of bounds.
Just out of bounds. So Traverse City Central is probably down here right now looking at, because at their point total, they'd have 96, we'd have 85 because of the two losses.
Right.
So a win by us, win by Traverse City, we're going up to Thurley Field, which is a gore. Have you ever been to Thurley Field?
I have not.
Oh, my God, I played there. I played there when I played at Muskegon. I coached. When I was coaching Little Red, we played. It's a gorgeous facility. You will absolutely love it.
Punt is away.
Punt is away. It's going to drop at about the 25-yard line. It will roll back up to about the 26. So we've come to the end of the first quarter here. OK Black finale in football. Your score, Mona Shores 14, Fruitport 7. We're going to be right back. Hey, we're going to give you 2 minutes. Make it a good one. Come on back.
Government access.
First and 10, balls at the 26-yard line. 12 minutes, beginning of the second quarter of actions. We got trips to the left, split to the right. Burks at fullback. Boersma is your quarterback. Boersma carrying the ball. He is just racked up.
Now, Boersma headed it off to Burks, and Burks was stood right up.
He stood right up at that line of scrimmage. By an interior, number 56 is coming off the field right now. He lost the helmet that popped off. New MHAA rule that was enacted a few years ago. Coming off the field, ball carrier is coming off the field. He's going to have to get it on, set a play, and then come on right. That's Derek Pinnell, number 56. Boy, a lot of trips tonight. Trips left, split to the right.
You know, I'll talk about it after this play.
Boersma over to Rose. Nice shot there. Trovinger. Now Rose around that left side. Rose crosses the 35 down to about the 30, 40-yard line.
So what we're seeing out here on the field is it's an every play dilemma for Fruitport here. The two plays that have been working against them have been Burks up the middle and Brady Rose on that swing pass, okay? So every time they stack up with Burks, there's a chance that they're going to go to Brady Rose on that.
Right.
So they have to play this chess match and figure out whether or not they've got that stack on the line called at the appropriate time, or they've given that coverage out to the outside for Brady Rose.
Now it's trips right, split to the left. Burks in the backfield. Rose in motion from left to right. Give him the Rose. Rose breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, stutter steps, and he picks up about 6-7 yards. Is it enough for the first down? He's going to be a little bit short on that 55 on the tackle. He picks up about 8. We'll make it 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Boy, my eyes are sharp tonight way up here. I picked that right up.
You know, that Snooze to Use is really a pretty awesome site. The guy does it all on his own. He does get some advertisement support, though.
Oh, he does? Do you know that guy?
No.
Okay. Borsman going to keep the ball. Borsman's going to pick up the – oh, he's close to that.
Going to be very, very
down.
close. And this side, they're giving him up to the 50. That'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, yep, should be.
It looks like they are on the far side of the field as well. So
Tackle by the left side of that Fruitport team, led by number 27. Scores 14-7, 10:05 counting down here. 10:05 counting down here. 10 minutes exactly here. Twins to the right, split left. Trips to the right now. Burks the ball carrier. Burks hasn't touched the ball in a couple plays now.
Yep, and I think because they stacked him up that first play, they're moving it. They're moving it out to the outside. This is where you see a Burks up the middle because they try to play that
Brady
sweep
Rose
out to the
fake
side.
to Rose. Going downfield. Got a wide open receiver. It's going to be a
That
flag
would be
right
a
there.
pass interference.
Pass interference is going to be called against the,
So the
Trojans. Pass is intended for 23, Jalen Hobson.
Hobson got beyond the defensive back, so the defensive back was playing catch-up. Now, when you get into that motion and you see the defensive backs, this is what happens in a lot of the cases. They're not turning around to play the ball. They're trying to play catch-up, and they see that receiver going up for it. They reach out trying to stop things, and they end up getting that pass interference.
And there is no more face guarding, so all he has to do is get his arms up and just, block his vision. He doesn't even have to touch the kid. But the point is he did. Now, it's a 15-yard penalty. In NFL, it's where the penalty – right, it's a spot foul. Boy, you are really up to date on your NFL stuff. I'm just –
Well, I mean –
Well, you just surprise me, and just a little bit every week. There's just a little bit more.
there's a lot that's probably surprising
Yeah.
if you do.
H-back to the left, Twins to the top. Burks and the backfield. Burks going to carry the ball. No, that's Trovinger carrying the ball. Behind Burks leaving out of the H-back. There's a late flag that comes in, though. So we're going to see.
Is that a face mask or possibly a block in the back?
No,
I can't see. Coming from that area is an interesting spot.
It's either a block in the back or a face mask.
And they're going to.
I think they're going to mark it against the Sailors.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Probably a block in the back. We're going to see Jeff Burr getting it together. 10-yard penalty.
And they have not called what it is yet. I have not seen.
No. Head official down there. He's all mic'd up. We'll hear from him in just a minute. I think he's writing down what the penalty was.
Sure.
And at the time, I didn't know they did that.
I think
And
they
we
have
may
to have
not
a
hear
game
what it is.
record of that. And for the sake of time,
Oh,
I think
here it
they were
is.
going to, block in the back.
Block in the back. Brings up a 1st and 10. Ball is going to be marked back at the 35-yard line. Rose in motion. Rose around that left side. Rose stuck on by the right side of that defense.
We got another flag on the play.
Defended, but it looks like another flag. Tackled by number 44 for the Trojans. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Yeah, you're right.
Flag on the play, and it's in the spot where it'd be holding. I was just going to say, yep.
It's going to be holding Mona Shore. So now they're going to go back 10 more yards. So it's another spot foul. So it'll be 1st and 20.
One of our fans, Ron Topping, says laundry night in Fruitport. It certainly seems like it tonight. That's for sure.
That's a good one. I
Yep.
like that. Trips right, split to the left. Burks in the backfield. Burks going to get the ball. Burks going to be stood up for a gain of all of 1. I know, and that's really giving him a lot, really.
Yeah.
1. I mean, that was tackled by number 5 for Fruitport's correction there. 2nd down and 19 after that gain of 1. Going to have a nice little halftime here. We're going to talk about Mick Holman and the Turtles of Greater Muskegon. very rare breed of animals.
Certainly.
You're right.
Yes.
Well, Mick does a nice job raising turtles over there.
That's true.
Trips right, split left. Second down, 19, balls at the 44. Fake to Rose. Boersma rolling out to the right. Being tackled. Boersma was going to cross, but a little dump pass goes down low. I tell you what, the Fruitport defense has really stepped it up a lot in this second quarter right now.
Yeah, and we've talked about it all season long. We always talk about it. Defense is a game of adjustment. You try to figure out what it is that's beating you each time, and you have to adjust to try to take those away. And there have been a few plays, and so far those plays, every time they've come back to them, they're less and less effective now that they've been able to make those adjustments.
Yep. I want to congratulate Steve Swanker and his fine staff coming up second place in OK Black. They defeated Cedar Springs 43-32 last night in Cedar Springs. So congratulations to Coach Swanker, finishing up a fine season at 7-2, 826. Here at Fruitport is 14-7. Boardsman, a little pass out there. And I'll tell you what, whatever Fruitport coaching staff did at halftime, it's paying big dividends right now, my friend.
Yeah, it is, and I'm from a coaching perspective now. You've noticed on the last three plays, we've done everything behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
You had the first stack up Andre Burke, and then you had the sweep to the left side. And now you had that pass to the right side. I think we need to take advantage of that pressure that Fruitport's trying to bring and get something on the opposite side of that line of scrimmage.
And we'll go back to it because, okay, there's an easy 5 yards. Well, we talked about that last week versus Muskegon, right?
We did, yes.
Up the gut. Well, you tried going vertical, and there's no way you're going to go vertical on
horizontal.
I mean horizontal.
Correct. Yep.
On Muskegon. So you got to go vertical. Well, we couldn't run the ball.
Nope.
We had total 47 yards total offense. Muskegon had more touchdown points than we had total offense.
Correct.
Okay?
Yep.
So I go back to the Jennison game last year that you and I went to, the overtime game, where we opened up and it was dink and dunk downfield, 5, 6, 7 yards, little plays. And I haven't seen a lot of that this year. Nice punt, nice defense, going to be taken at about the 6-yard line, back down by Jalen Hobson. So you bring up a great point. Not running the ball right now, good defensive stand, get that ball going forward overnight. It doesn't have to be the long 25,
doesn't have to be the
30,
long
no,
one. Make it a good, successful pass, and take advantage of that aggressive defensive line.
A little screen, maybe a draw. Again, Coach Kozak does a great job offensively. It's our job to give our perspective of what we see up here.
And, from the sidelines, the coaching staff and everything else, there's a lot of things that they need to be looking at. It's easy for us to armchair quarterback.
Absolutely.
But in most cases, when you see that type of aggression coming from the defensive line, make them pay for it.
Right.
Take advantage of it.
So if we can't make them pay for it on offense, here's a great opportunity right now to get a stop and make them punt out of the end zone. Because sometimes your offense can be your best offense right now, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
So we got twins to the top, tight end left. It's going to be a little sweeper on this right side. And it across 5-10. There's going to be a face mask right there.
Major face mask.
And that's going to be a 15-yarder right there from the spot. Yeah. Tackling out of bounds by number 9, Cam Sobish. There's going to be a flag.
Boy, you don't get much more obvious face mask than that.
Well, not only that, but he just didn't pull it, but he grabbed it, and the neck went with him. Right.
Absolutely. 7:25. Clock stopped right now for the penalty against Mona Shore Sailors, which is going to be a face mask. 14-7.
Heckema coming out because of that. I think the penalty was on Heckema. Kind of wish Jeff Burr, the official, would mic it up just a little quicker for us. When I see his dad. Come on, Jeff, turn on the mic here, big fella. When I see his dad on Farmers Market tomorrow. So it's kind of shorting out there a little bit, too. Well, I'll talk to Ralph Bird. I see Ralph almost every Saturday at the Farmers Market. That's not him. Do you go to the Farmers Market?
I have been. The nice Farmers Market that they
Oh,
did.
it's wonderful
it's beautiful,
downtown.
Yep.
And right across from your brother's the fire station, right? The Muskegon firefighters right there. So we got quads to the left. Should see it coming to the left. Now we're going to counter right. Quarterback's going to keep the ball. Number 5 is going to pick up about 4 yards on a carry to make it down. Second down, 6, 7, 16. Counting down here in Fruitport. It's a close one, 14-7. A little closer than I thought, to be honest with you.
Yeah, really, I feel like, again, one of my third keys to the game was to not get into the trap here and not play all the way. I still feel like there's a little bit that we're leaving on the sidelines and not on the field on this, where we could make a little bit more of an advantage.
Colby Trovinger talking to the official about something and around the 28-yard line, and I don't know what he's talking about, right? I'm going to try to figure it out as we're watching. Low
Fumble.
snap. So he's going to be down because he picked it up while his knee was down. It'll be down 3rd and 9.
Might be back to the original line of scrimmage.
Real close.
Real
Yeah,
close,
yeah. I'm looking over there at the down marker right there. Short 10, long 9.
There you go.
Does that work for you?
You got. I love it.
Okay.
6:17 second quarter. Your Sailors are up 14-7 here at the Fruitport High School Trojans.
Did you see
Stadium.
the new high school they're building
Yeah,
over here?
beautiful.
God, it's
Yeah,
gorgeous over here. Congratulations to them. Quads to the left. Twins to the right. Empty backfield.
Another
Quarterback's
fumble.
going to block. Going to bobble it again. And I tell you what, Sailors are going to get lucky here on a couple bobbled snaps right here by the quarterback.
Now you wonder a little bit. A cold night like this, the dew is going to start setting in, and I imagine we're going to start feeling it a little bit as we get through the night. That's going to play into the factor of being able to hold on to the ball. The cold is also going to start playing into a factor.
Now you mentioned the word dew. We're high up. That would it be then like Mountain Dew? Just thought a little humor in there. Just a little humor in
this
there.
is exactly why I keep you around as a friend, just because of that.
Yes, because of my old little mentality.
Yeah,
little
that's what you need the. I mean that's.
Oh, that's what we did.
That is what we refer to as a dad joke.
But
Connor's threatening to pull the plug on you over there. Shut your microphone off.
There we go. 5:06 counting down here. 4th and 9. So milk the clock. Now
Maybe
they
a timeout?
took a timeout. I don't quite get that. I could have seen them using a little bit more time to delay a game 5 yards back. You're punting the ball. You don't want to give Mona Shores a lot of time. But I don't understand the timeout. It's 4th and 9. The ball's at your own 20. So you're not going to fake it here. I mean, I shouldn't say you're not going to. At this point, you've got nothing to lose. You're not going into the playoffs.
Right.
It's the last game.
It's a crosstown bragging rights.
Right. You could do it. Chances are there, though.
Well, and taking the timeout gives you less chances of surprise. Because as soon as you do that, the thought process on the Sailor side of it should be, let's make sure to look for the fake. Let's make sure to be ready for that.
Yeah, watch out. They're going to do this, and this.
Right.
Let's get ready. We may not see anyone back, to be honest with you, even if they are in punt formation.
No, because it's going to be fairly decent.
Right. And
unless they get a line drive and it bounces a lot, they could get a good one out of it.
Yeah, you figure 30, 35-yard punt will put you at the 35-40, which is great field position.
4:59 left in the half.
And you've got all your time out. So you've got a plethora of time. So now they're in punt formation. Fat man punt. When I say fat man, there's 3 personal protectors, about 5 yards deep, and he is going to get a punt. It's a nice punt.
Heck, almost got a piece of that.
It's going to take a Sailor bounce back. The ball is going to be dropped at about the 46-yard line.
Fruitport, 46-yard line, absolutely.
4:50 counting down here in the second quarter. Mona Shores with all 3 times. Can we stay here?
Yeah, let's stay.
Get going.
Yep, we're going to stay.
All right. You notice how I ask for permission to do things with you because
you don't have to ask for permission.
Yeah, I just feel that the hierarchy, where am I on this ladder of stuff?
Well, Connor thinks he's in charge.
Yeah,
Connor is actually calling the
So you're
dibs
almost
on
like
that,
the middle child right here, and I'm just the baby.
Pass
Off
out
to
to
Betty
Rose.
Rose across that left side, across the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. Well, we can let Connor think whatever he wants to think. No penalties down there. Sailors run off play. First, second down, and about 2 after that gain of 8. Ball's going to be marked at about the 38-yard line. Trips right, split left. Burks offset back, fullback, offset to the right of Boersma. Little different look than the pistol that we're used to seeing out of the twin set tonight. Thinking that they could probably
say
throw
hi
the
to our
ball more.
fans here. Hi, Sailor Nation.
Oh, hi, Sailor Nation. Good to see you here. I'm sorry.
Oh, what
Burke's
is
going to
that?
carry the ball. Boersman's going to keep
Got a
the
little
ball.
bit. It's probably off of that light.
Boersman's going to be, Boersman's marked real close to the first down there. Tackled by the interior. Johnny, what number we got? Number 27. Not only does Johnny spot him really fast, 27. I mean, he just blurts that number out right away.
You got to slow down just a little bit.
No,
Just a little bit for Nick.
The right ear is good. The left ear, if he was over here, it's not happening very good at all. First and 10, though, he did get the first down. Ball's going to be marked at the 36-yard line. Trips right, split left. Reese Puffer. Fruitport in a 3-4 defense. Passes out to that Trav, number 5. That's Jalen Hobson on the reception on that far left side. Looks like he's going to pick up about 9. He picked up 10. It'll be first and 10. Ball's going to be marked at the 25-yard line. Go ahead,
It's interesting that you just misspoke and said Reese Puffer. I almost did it earlier today, and I think it's because of that Reese Puffer statement from the Week 8 Snooze to You. We were talking about them being, at that point, would be the ones that we'd be playing against.
Right,
but
I
don't know why that seeped into the talking
maybe
thought
because
process
we're just
there.
hoping maybe we play Reese Puffer. We got a home game. I don't know. Brady Rose. Board's going to keep the ball, and he's going to lose about 2 yards. Coach Kozak cannot be happy
Not
with
with
the way
that
the
offensive
offense
line,
is just sputtering.
I'm surprised, quite honestly, at the amount of penetration the defensive line for Fruitport is able to get on our offensive players.
Yeah, because in theory, you don't want to cross that line. You want to go heel depth, squeeze, sit there, and let the action's got to come to you.
Right.
You never really have to go to the action.
and you just need to hold it up.
Just hold your ground, and we learned that little slot screen over to the right side to number 12 right there. Briggs on the carry.
Connor's working on our booth camera here. I'm going to say
Oh,
hi
here we
again
go.
to
Hey,
our.
how we doing
hi
out there?
again.
Love you, man. Third down and 9. We're down to 3 minutes, 3:04 here in the second quarter. We're almost at halftime here. OK Black Conference action here. It's the finale. Somebody's calling the timeout. Official timeout. We got official. All right, so that looks like it's Bryce Sickinga coming out of the game right there. Yeah, Bryce Sickinga coming out.
Now we got our camera up.
All right.
Say hi to our fans. We got about
What's
80
up there,
people out
everybody?
there that
Hope
are tuning
everyone's
in to
doing
us.
well.
Yeah, 80 people out there. Thanks for joining us, Sailor Nation Sports Network from Trojan Stadium here.
Trojan
2:58
Stadium.
left in the second quarter.
We got something special coming up Sunday. Why don't you let
Yeah,
everybody know
yeah.
when,
Well,
where, and what we
right
can
after
do
this
right
next
after
play,
this
we'll talk about it. Absolutely.
Third down, 9 balls at the 27. Trips to the left, split end to the right. There's going to be a flag on that play, and it's going to go for not. So number 12 to say that's Camden Brigg put on a move before the ball was snapped, so it's going to be a procedure.
Right. So back to what's going on Sunday. The Mona Shore Sailors have qualified for the playoffs, and we as Sailor Nation, we've been invited to live stream from the Selection Sunday show, where they choose the opponents for each one of the districts and regions and everything else. So if you want to come out, 5:30 to 8 o'clock is going to be the Selection Sunday show at Booyah's over on Harvey Street. So if you are not busy, come on out.
Come on out and join us. We'd love to meet you. Third and 14, ball at 29, trips left, split right. Burke's the back. Burke staying in the back. Heavy connection going downfield. It is nearly caught, but the person who was he threw it to the slot, the number 2 receiver, but the number 1 receiver on the far right side was wide open over there, and I think that was Jalen Hobson, or it was Trovinger. Johnny, who? It was that Trav. So Trovinger, the wide receiver on the far side of the field, was wide open. Boersma, it was trips left, split to the right. So 5, the middle guy he threw it to the middle guy. The far guy was wide open down there.
Well, and that was, if I'm not mistaken, it was the same play that they had lined up when they had that procedural penalty against them. And they just ran it again, and that was where Boersma was targeted to go the first one.
So we're going to take a timeout with the Sailors. 2:30 remaining until halftime. It's okay black action. It's a season finale of the regular season with the second season looming coming Sunday. Your score, 14-7. I want to welcome everybody back. It's 4th and 14. Ball's going to be marked at the 29. We're 2:30 remaining here until halftime, and it's only 14-7.
And it really should be a bigger score than that, but it looks like the Sailors are going to try to make this conversion so that they can maybe put some more points on the board. 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Too close. Well, again, too close to punt, too far for a field goal. Trovinger in motion. Boersma going to go downfield. He's got a receiver there, and it wasn't even in the same area code. That ball wasn't even close to be. Boy, I tell you, ball was intended for Jalen Hobson, number 23, but I tell you what, Fruitport's really got to feel good about where they are right now in this game.
Without a doubt. So some exciting news for Connor over here. Connor's got some exciting news. He just found out he has auditioned for and been accepted into the high school musical that's coming up, Matilda. He'll be one of the singers, correct? Is that what it is? So, yeah, he'll be in the musical. Congratulations, Connor.
And who says money can't buy everything?
Yeah, there you go.
I paid some serious money to get that kid that gig. You can thank me, baby. Yes, sir. That was not a cheap gig for me. But I am so happy for you. Yeah, boy, I tell you what, some of that boot from the firefighters, that helped out a lot. I want to thank the North George Fire Department.
Beautiful pass by Fruitport.
I'll tell you, the 21. I tell you what, that 21's a ball carrier.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's an athlete.
He's the one that's been doing the kickoff returns.
Oh, yeah.
That was a 15-yard pass with another 6 yards after.
Yeah. And Mr. Knutkin thought that boot fund was going to go help the firefighters. Oh, yeah, it helped them all right. Got you a gig in that Matilda.
We're up to 90 people watching us on Sailor Nation Sports. We've got to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Audio only for the evening. 14-7, 2:09 and counting. Second quarter. Shores is up at Fruitport driving.
Split backfield, twins to the right, split to the right, pass in between. Whoa! Boy, that was a nice ball attended to number 3 at the 30-yard line. Well defended by Hobson and number 11 right there. Is that Pierce? Yeah, Keandre Pierce on the defense. That was a nice ball, though. That was a catchable ball.
Hobson came up on him. It was a bang-bang play. He came up and he gave the hit that he needed to drop that ball out.
I tell you, boy, I wish Jalen, and you know, I said this from the beginning. Boy, Jalen didn't play last year. How much better he would have been if he would have played last year. I tell you what, Jalen is a go-getter, Rock. Your son is doing well. 2nd and 10, ball at the 48. Back to pass. Got all day. He's going to be. No, you lose one ball.
No, he's got the right side wide
50,
open.
40, breaks one, and he's going to get the first down. 150 counting down. Fruitport has 2 timeouts remaining, too, so they've got a lot of time, and they've got 2 of their timeouts that they can use.
Clock stops on a first down, so they get an opportunity to get set, and they wind it once it's set.
Yeah, they're going to spot the change. 146 counting down, 2 timeouts. We're 14-7. Second quarter coming to the end here. Twins to the left, split to the top.
There's a beautiful.
Oh, it's the block down there. 52, Bryce Sickinga.
Bryce came in and he does what every defensive lineman is told to do. When you get pressure in there and that quarterback is dropped back and he's getting ready to sling that ball, just put your hands in the air. And
put him up.
A lot of times you're going to be able to make something happen.
And Bryce is 5'10", 302, a stout 302 at that.
Yeah, and he moves good, too.
He moves real good, yep. It is 2nd down and 10. Going to see a little jet pass, number 21. And he's going to gain nothing. Official over on that far side over there. On that east side, tackled by 85 there. That's Hackema.
So the right side of the defensive line on that was able to continue to get pressure on all those blockers and continue to push that running back after he caught the ball out to the outside. He wasn't going anywhere. That's a perfectly played defensive play.
Very well defended. It's 3rd and 10. Ball's going to be at the 36. We're under 1 minute till halftime, and Fruitport taking a lot of time. Surprised they're not using a timeout. They've got 2. You can't carry them with you, but they're probably thinking they're maybe in 4-down territory. Little pass down to number 21. He's open. And whoa!
Oh, boy.
Was that Brady Rose?
No, that is 20.
Was that Hobson?
No, it is Rose. 22. Yep.
Brady Rose coming from the far side, coming clear from the east side, coming across to the west side to knock that ball out of the way. That was a great play by Brady
beautiful.
Rose.
That was absolutely beautiful. Same thing for Fruitport now. They're in 4-down territory, obviously.
Well, it's 4th and 10 right now, too. Thought you might have used a timeout, but split backfield, twins to the top, split to the bottom. Quarterback going back, going to go downfield with the pass. That's going to be overthrown, and it's blocked, defended by, broken up by number 11 there, Keandre Pierce. So the Sailors are going to take over on downs. 38 seconds left. Mona Shores has 2 timeouts. It's an eternity.
Well, it's an eternity, and I'll tell you what else is important about this. If we really want to try to establish any type of momentum going into the second half, a score of some sort before those 38 seconds in this half tick off would be very, very
And it doesn't have to be long. You can go 15, 20 yards, go out of bounds. 15, 20 yards, go out of bounds.
Correct.
Just save some of those timeouts. Doesn't have to be long. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Burks in the backfield. Fake to Burks. Give to Burks. Burks is going to pick up about 5.
Clock is still ticking.
I think Coach Kojak's going to be happy going in 14-7. I see no urgency here. Not using a timeout, which is, I guess I'm surprised knowing that, having known Coach Kozak. I've got my 2 timeouts. I can throw downfield. That ball's not even closed. Other than the pass that Boersma had for the touchdown in the far corner, we really haven't seen much of anything, my friend.
Not anything really spectacular.
No, it's kind of been a lackluster offense, to be honest with you.
A couple of good runs by Andre Burke early
in the first quarter.
Yep. But you're right. It has been a little bit stymied for the remainder of that.
I like that word. Kind of beats my
stymied.
Well, it beats my lackluster. Yeah, it's just Boersma back. Rose over on that side. Rose is going to break one and run out of bounds with 3 seconds left. But you had 2 timeouts and you didn't use them. You can't carry them with you, so.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that came to be.
Just a JV coach. I'm just a JV coach.
Well, I guess if you weren't concerned about the clock, you still have 2 timeouts. Do you run a play here, or you just take a knee and run it out? 3 seconds left.
I'm going to go into the end zone. I'm trying to get me a score. I mean, why
not? If
not?
that's the case, then why wouldn't you use your timeouts?
Well, that's what I say, right.
I don't understand.
Tribe in motion. Board's going to go downfield. Board's going to set up. Board's going to go downfield. It's going to be a short one, and it's incomplete. So we've come to the end of the half here at Fruitport High School Trojan Stadium. It's the first season, not first season, really first season, second season, we got state championship. So we've come to the conclusion of the first half. Your score is 14-7 Mona Shores. Hey, you got a nice break. Enjoy it. We're going to be right back after this halftime.
Sports Network.
And want to welcome everyone back. Hope you had a good halftime break.
Hi,
here.
everybody.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Want to say hi to Eric Carlson, my principal at Holton High School. Listen to what's up, buddy. Hope everything is going well. And he's at Booyah's. And we're going to be at Booyah's.
We're going to be Sunday. We're going to be at Booyah's for the Sunday selection show for the playoff pairings. So we got some special stuff to tell you. For the second half of this game, we'll be live video for everybody. Kimmon's got that feed. We're going to be bringing it to you. I do have one more shout out. Dan Vandermeide, rather. He comes to every game. He absolutely comes to every game. We got a great crowd over here. He's not here tonight because his granddaughter's birthday. But he is watching us. He wanted a little shout out there. We should make sure that he gets a shout out from us too. So happy birthday to your granddaughter. We miss you, Dan. We loved you being out here on the Sailor Nation Sports Network, along with everybody else that's joining us tonight on this very brisk
And want to thank
evening.
Dan for announcing our game last night. I had my second home game out of 9 this year. How about that?
Yeah.
And guess what? So just before our game, we had team dinner. I want to thank Mrs. Millis for doing that. So we did a team dinner, walked in, and I showed some motivation. And I said, hey, look, how many home games have we had? Coach, this is our second one. So we had 7 away games. Do you know how many miles we logged in those 7 games? So I said, Kentwood, how many miles do you think? Well, it's 100 miles. We logged home and away in 7 games, 818 miles.
818 miles of travel.
Miles
That's
of
right.
travel.
I'll tell you what, that's a lot of traveling
It's a lot
for a football game,
yeah,
for a football
season.
Yeah.
Yep. And boy, I tell you what, it was fun. Finished 8-1, and a great group of kids.
I'm telling you, that is such a look into the future to see that 8-1 and be able to be that successful going through it and everything else. That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. And 7 away games, and Kalamazoo, Bay City, Grand Rapids, Rockford. It's not like, cross town or anything.
No,
but we were across town.
Not away.
Where a lot of people can
always
come.
Reese Buffer, Orchard View, or Fruitport.
Exactly.
Some of them
those were miles that we learned there. But great kids. Want to congratulate my players. But a great staff. Officer Ryan Peasky was my old coordinator. Mark Knudsen, defensive back coach.
Got it wrong again.
Mark Konechny. God, I've done that every time.
I keep telling you, he only wishes.
I know he wishes he could do. Mark Konechny, special teams coach and defensive back coach. And Coach Trent Eckerly, offensive line coach. Thank you, gentlemen. Could have done it without John. So, okay, Black Conference champions. So it was good, but we're back here, and it's 14-7. Fruitport High School is the venue, and it's Trojan Stadium. And I tell you what, it's only 14-7, and a lot of people thought it was going to be a blowout. It may be far from a blowout.
Yeah. And it's not. And quite honestly, I don't know. I'm certain that Coach Kozak is not happy with that.
Oh, I wouldn't think so.
And he's probably made some adjustments at halftime.
He's got to be happy with the defense. He's got to be fairly happy with the defense, other than the special teams. And we're going to see right here, it's a high kick taken in about the 20-yard line.
And it's going to be offsides on the Mona Shore Sailors.
On the kicking team right there. Do you wonder sometimes, okay, so let's just reverse roles. You're Coach Kozak now. Do you think some of the kids thought this game was going to be a light game too, based on maybe what you saw at practice?
Yeah.
If practice was like that?
I think that the traditional Fruitport team
has
been a pushover type team.
Right.
And we've seen out of the history that they've played, so especially they played Spring Lake really tough. I mean, they've really got some talent on this team.
Some teams, significantly
so I think you're
different.
right. I think there might not have been as much film study. There might not have been as much push to really hone in on those skills and really get a great amount of execution into this game and to follow it all the way through from start to finish. And I see that. You see how that flash, you got the Andre Burke runs, and then it's almost like they let off the gas, like, we're just going to coast through this game.
Well, the first quarter and second quarter were night and day different.
Yes, absolutely.
Night and day different. And then we're going to go and play, because when I look at the playoffs here, I think we can make a deep run if we see the Mona Shores team we saw in the first 2, 3, 4 games of the season.
Correct.
21. 21's going to go through again. 21. I tell you what, he's back out at about the 44. Where's the official going to mark him? At the 45-yard line. Tell you what, this kid is night and day good. 7 seconds on that return. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball's going to be marked right at the 45-yard line. We are in the middle of the field. I mean, we are dead in the middle of the field. And I tell you what, at this point of the season, with all the rain that we've had, this field is in. Congratulations to the maintenance staff, because this field looks really good. 14-7 here.
A little bit here. We're going to talk a little bit about these Lady Turtles here.
The Turtles. Split backfield, twins to the right, split backfield. Tackled by Trovinger on that right side, along with Heckma. Yeah, Heckma on 5. See, Johnny, up close, I'm really good. But when they get way down here or way there, then this is where I got to have you. Right here, life's good right here for Papa D.
Yes, it is.
You're good, buddy. Twins to the top, split to the bottom, or the right, split backfield.
Welcome, everybody, to Sailor Nation Sports, live audio video for the second half.
We are live everything. Pass.
Ooh, almost intercepted.
So receiver and quarterback weren't on the same wavelength here. Quarterback throws it outside, receiver looks inside. So 3rd and 9. It's the money down. That was brought to life.
You tell me.
Okay.
I see a little bit more life in this defense,
in
this team already
yeah.
from Mona Shores. They're moving to the ball fast. They're flying around. They're making plays. They've stopped them on this initial drive in the second half.
Oh, this would be huge.
Close stop. We're getting there.
Twins to the top and bottom. Fullback offset to the right. Quarterback's going to scramble a little bit, and it looks like it's intercepted. Intercepted by Mona
And they're going to call it
Shores.
interception. Beautiful.
Who is that? I'm waiting to see. Is that Hobson? It is Jalen Hobson on the intercept. So, turnover, great field position. Hey, great time to score a touchdown. We're going to stay here because the offense is on the field. We're 11:05 in the third quarter.
So let's give Mick Holman and his Lady Turtles a little bit of love here before we get going. There's 25 girls on this team, and that's the girls co-ed Greater Muskegon.
Co-op.
Sorry. Girls co-op, Muskegon co-op swim team.
Andre Burks getting a chunky yard. He's going to pick up 10, 11 yards on the carry.
So let me say this correctly. The Greater Muskegon Girls Co-op swim team. So a lot mouthful. I'm calling them Lady Turtles, so I haven't had to say that a whole lot.
No, I understand, but you went co-ed with
absolutely, I understand.
I'm just here to correct.
I appreciate that.
Okay,
I appreciate
buddy, I got your back.
I appreciate that.
So there's 25 ladies that I have been co-op from a variety of high schools.
Correct.
Okay.
We're going to go over those here in just a little bit.
Andre Burks. I tell you what, when Andre gets a little light in there, I mean, he is a freight train, right? Kind of a little similar to a Sincere Dent a little bit.
And I liken Burke between a Trey Hatcher and a Sincere Dent. He doesn't have quite the speed of either one of them, but he has that design. He's a Sincere Dent type of a runner. And he's coming into his own, too. He's been making plays, and he's doing a great job.
His dad was a great halfback for me, even at Nelson Junior High School, my first year at Muskegon, 1985.
Beautiful.
Andre was one heck of a back, and his son, I think, has a potential to be just like his father.
So these turtles are
turtles.
they're made up of Mona Shores, Reese Puffer, North Muskegon, Muskegon Catholic Central, and Western Michigan Christian. You look at it from the standpoint of sharing facilities and that kind of stuff. That's a fantastic thing.
Back, there we go. Like we were there at halftime, huh?
Yep.
I mean, did we just draw up that play? There's a little hitch. Thank you.
There you go.
I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying a little something here, okay?
So the impressive thing about the Turtles, they're really coming into their own. They had an article here in MLive. They are 11-0 in the dual meets and 6-0 in the OK Rainbow Conference, which that Rainbow Conference is Thornapple, Kellogg, Hastings, Caledonia, Wayland, Grand Rapids, Ottawa Hills, Grand Rapids West Catholic, Granville, Calvin Christian, and Grand Rapids Union.
Andre Burks carrying the ball on that 1st and 10. Ball's at the 15-yard line. Andre's going to get 5. Ball's going to go down to about the 10-yard line. Be 2nd and 5, or almost in the middle of the field, just tweaking over to that far right hash. So 25 girls, OK Red Rainbow Conference.
Correct. And, Mick goes on to explain, everybody thinks that turtles are slow when they are one of the fastest animals in the water.
Turtles are really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the lady turtles here, but the real turtles?
The real turtles. And the lady turtles,
and
actually.
The lady turtles,
absolutely.
2nd down 3, ball at the 8-yard line. Andre Burke's going to carry the ball. Andre's going to get it first. I tell you what, that offensive line is firing out hard and low and owning that line of scrimmage right now significantly.
I think there might have been a little bit of butt chewing at halftime, and they're coming out and they're gonna meet and match what Koziak they already have, what Koziak expects out of
We're
this
going to
team.
establish the run. Offensive line coach Brian Sikala and Greg Vargas, former head coach here, come over, and Greg has just been a wonderful fit to the Mona Shores football family. Burks alone back, Rose in motion. Burks going to carry the ball. No, that was at Boersma on the keep. He's going to lose about 2 yards. Tackled by number 55. See, this is where Papa D's eyes right in here. Yeah, that's just not a good, clean look here right now for me. So is this a little camera on right here now?
It's not on right now, per se. It's always on. And when Connor decides to show Sailor Nation sports fan what's going on behind the camera, like he is right now.
If he kind of showed us, let him know that we're
here. We are.
We're
on right now.
Yep.
Okay. Nice job, Connor.
2nd down 5, ball's at the 5-yard line. Boersma, it's going to be a pitch to Rose. Rose around that right side, and Rose is going to stick it for the touchdown.
Nice.
Brady Rose on a 5-run option play to the right from Boersma to Rose for the touchdown. That was a nice drive. Very
Yes,
methodically.
that was very good.
Orchestrated
That's what
down.
we should have been seeing throughout the entire first half. But again, we got those blasts off. We got the first 14 points, and it was almost like we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And they just kind of let off of the gas, and they didn't do that. And that's not going to work against a very determined Fruitport Trojan team.
And a team, the longer you keep them in, the likelihood of maybe getting defeated hangs around.
That's right.
Its ugly head.
Never leave a team in the game.
That's
Don't
right.
leave that door open.
with the kick, it's up. It is good. So 7:31. That was about a 4.5-minute drive. 7:31 remaining. Your score. Motor Shores now up by 14, 21-7. Hey, take a break. We'll be right back.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Want to welcome everyone back. We're live here in Fruitport. Sailors up 21-0.
Connor, turn around and say hi to our fans.
Say hi to Kimmin right there. You know, someday we're going to let Kimmin, maybe toward the end of the game, leave it on, have Kimmin run over here.
Yeah, you know what?
And Jonas.
Do the booth camera real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to show what we got going on over here with
Kimmin. There's
with
Kimmin right
Kimmin.
there, baby.
All right.
Look at
Go
Kimmin
ahead.
right
Yep,
over
there
there.
we go. We got Kimmin right to the
our
left.
We got the family up here.
Yep,
Getting ready to kick off here. It's Jeff. It's the Kuiper. Oh, there's Kevin right
there we
Look
go.
at the whole family's right here, everybody.
All right. Sailors are lining up for the kickoff after that score. 7:31 left, third quarter. 21-7 is your score. Your Sailors are up, and that's a good thing after that sluggish second quarter. We have now shown a little bit of signs of life.
Keegan DeKuyper teeing up the 40-yard line, and it is a nice boot. But I tell you what, we're not kicking it to 21 anymore either.
No, and they're kicking it away specifically against it.
Yeah, he's not going to touch the ball the rest of the night unless it gets thrown to him, which is a good move by the special teams coach. So
because you look at that, we did not kick that deep. We kicked it to about the 25-yard line.
Fine. That's
got
fine.
up to about the 30.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whenever we give that to 21, he's been easily
40,
making 40, 45. So we got
yeah.
an actual net gain of
10 to 15 yards.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's a smart move right there. Because defensively, we've only given up 7 points. And that was on that long pass down here.
We have been able to hold them.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We benefited from a couple of fumbles here early on.
Yep.
Hi, guys. I love it when Connor points. Whenever Connor points to that camera, that means that you're giving a little bit of love to Sailor Nation from up here in the booth.
But Connor only points that way when I'm looking out there and I don't see him point. See, it's not really about me. It's about the family.
It's about the family.
It's about the family.
About the family.
First and 10, balls at the 37-23, counting down here in the finale of the OK Black football portion of it. Downfield, the number 8.
Wide open, number 9.
Number 9 is going to be caught by number 11 there, Keandre Pierce, on a mix-up between Pierce and Rose.
Well, I tell you what, just a nice little.
That was a nice ball.
Just a nice little
skinny post.
Skinny post.
Yeah, skinny post right down
the
middle.
Right in the middle of both defenders.
Yeah.
He was wide open. Nobody came over to cover him.
You know what I like about live streaming where people can see it? I don't have to talk as much either because they can see it. I don't have to tell them everything that's happening up right here. First and 10, balls at the 30-yard line. Sailors in their base 4-2-5 look. Split backfield here. Pass to number 5 right there. And it's deflected again. Another tip ball. Is that Sicking?
Yeah, it was Colby.
Was
Colby Trovinger got his hand on that
Trovinger.
one.
Boy, it's the second one. See, that's huge. You know, little plays like that, big dividends down the road.
They are, because that momentum drive, if that would have been another, and he was open.
Oh, he was open on the slant right across the
right.
middle right there. Absolutely. Want to welcome everybody, Sailor Nation Sports, who's watching us here. Glad to be part of your lives, and we're certainly glad that you're part of our lives here. Low snap. Little bubble out there. Number 8, the ball carrier. Boy, you know, that's a third low snap that we see, but he's able to pick it up and get it out on that little bubble screen to the left.
And quite a bit of yardage after that catch,
no,
too.
He picked up about 8, maybe 9 yards on the carry. Picked up 8. It'll be 3rd and 2. Ball's going to be marked at the 22. Obviously, they're in 4-down territory right here.
Right.
Down by 14. But I tell you what, boy, a score right here just changes the complexion of the game again.
And what's interesting to me is Fruitport is not afraid of going to the air.
No,
and they're getting success out of it, too. Watch that middle. Watch that slot route.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to run the ball this time.
He's going to get nothing, not going to go anything. Boy, it's hard to go horizontal against the Keontre Pierce. And what number? 11 and Casher.
So this is a big fourth down.
It's a huge fourth down. And I say it's huge because it's either they get the first most likely or we take over on downs.
If I had to guess what they're going to do here, they're going to try to get it in 21's hands. 21's on that left side. One-on-one.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to try to.
No, bad call there.
I'll
Bad call there. Only because
Jet left. They were all lined up.
Jet
over
left.
there.
You're not going to get anywhere going horizontally. First of all, you're going horizontally.
Yeah.
You got to go north and south.
Yeah.
It just that. I mean, good call for us, bad call for them. I would have thrown it a little bit.
Honestly, I'm surprised that they didn't keep going to the air. They've really
I
had
know
that
that's
success.
I agree with you.
And honestly, if again, they've used a couple of different passes that have been successful. They mix in a couple more, and that's really going to present some problems for that defensive backfield from Mona Shores.
You know what I like that you always say, honestly? Because what if you said, like, well, dishonestly, I'm going to tell you, dishonestly, I don't think that, you know.
Well, I'll surprise you.
Yo, I'm sure you will.
I'm going to lie to you right now.
Yeah, right,
I'll tell
you
you
are.
that,
yeah, you're a pretty good guy, Nick. Yeah, First and 10 balls at the 25. Borsman's going to keep the ball. Borsman's going to try to go for the pitch. I thought he was going to pitch it to Trav Traylon, but he tucked it in at the last minute.
You know, I give a lot of credit to Fruitport on this. Their defensive line and then their secondary, their linebackers and their secondary coming to pick that up. If you look at this, Borsman has not had a significant amount of success with holding on to that ball and coming up through the line. Not tonight. Against teams like Rockford, he's been able to get more yardage on the ground.
Agreed.
And that Fruitport defense is really standing up. We're finding ways to make it happen. 21-7, 4:41 and ticking down third quarter. But it's not been easy for Mona Shores tonight.
Twins to the top, H-back to the left. Andre Burks along back. Borsman going to go downfield. Overthrown just a little bit. Intended receiver was Jalen Hobson, number 23.
Again, it surprises me, and they throw those outside routes like that. Why they're not running a
35-yard pass? Yeah,
you know, why they don't come a skinny post or even come across with a nice traditional post about 15, 20 yards down.
Well,
it's an easier throw for Borsman to make. He's putting that ball high, and he's expecting that he's going to be able to, land it right on the dime.
Yep, Twins to the top, dual back. Burke's going to carry the ball on that right side. Burke's going to get the first down across to the 40, 30, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Andre Burks is going to go to the house.
No laundry on the field.
On a 74-yard run along that right side. And I was just going to mention, we haven't seen Andre Burks on this drive. Well, shut me up.
Well, we talked about how they were stacking up against Andre, and they weren't able to get anything through the line there. Was that Koziak by design? Was that him lulling them to sleep, then by kind of going to the outside, and then, bam, Andre Burke?
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been. I just wonder why he didn't go to Burks right away, because Burks you got you down the field right away on that first drive in the third quarter. Then he decided to mix it up. But, I'll do my job up here, but Matt Kozak, it does an excellent job as an offensive coordinator. He's got the mind that does it. The kick by Keegan is good. Your score now, Mona Shores up by 21. It's 28-7, Mona Shores 4-11. Counting here in the third quarter. Take a break, everybody. We're going to take it with you. That's a hell of a run,
Bergsma, class 2020, and I'm play quarterback.
Andre Burks, class of 2021, H-back.
Blake Bustard, left tackle, senior. Joseph Sterner, nose guard, 2021.
Keegan E. Kuiper, kicker, junior.
Elijah Johnson, slot back, sophomore.
Kyrie Hamill, strong safety, junior.
Hey, my name is Trey Hatcher, and I'm the Mona Shores running back, class of 2020. I'm a senior this year.
Logan Heckema, defensive end, tight end, senior.
Jalen Hobson, senior, wide receiver, defensive back.
Gary Humphrey, receiver, DB, junior.
Mason Kloss, offensive tackle, junior.
I'm Lakeith Longmire, DB, class of 2020.
Carson Merrihew, linebacker, junior.
James Olson, offensive and defensive tackle, junior. Derek Fennell, offensive guard, senior.
Keandre Pierce, junior, wide receiver, defensive back.
Bryce Siginga, center, quarterback, junior.
And welcome back, everybody. I want to welcome my son from Charlotte, North Carolina, where he says, Dad, you look cold. Son, I am. It's 36 degrees. 36.
Yeah,
and it's a balmy 36, too. Thank you very much up here.
Yes, a balmy 36.
Hey, Bon, could you imagine if it was windy? This
Oh,
would not be a
no,
pretty
that
sight.
would- yeah,
Ball's
God.
going to go out of bounds, and that's still not a bad kick. It's still at the 30. We're plus
Correct.
5. I'm going to give it to 21, 4-11 counting down here. Sailors look a little bit better.
They did on that.
Yeah.
That's
Two
right.
drives in a row now. We come out at halftime. Look at you, but Fruitport's going to make us kick it off again, it looks like. It's a good move.
Yeah.
Now, question is, do I keep 21 there, or do I move it around in the last minute? I'm moving that kid around. I'm not
You're
going to
move him around, but the problem is, if there's any vision or smarts on the Sailor side of the ball, wherever he is, don't kick it.
Right.
there.
So what would you do? Put him in the middle where those 4 guys are.
So he has
and then
the
that
ability
way
to go either way.
he can go left or right.
Yep.
Don't just keep him back there because you're not going to kick him to him back there.
Right.
But it's 62 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
That's,
That
okay.
doesn't make me feel any warmer.
No, okay. I'm just trying.
Makes
I'm
me-
just trying here.
Actually, it makes me
I know.
feel the cold a little bit.
Yes, it
more.
does.
Thanks to your son for sharing
Well,
that
my son.
information.
But you know what? Who we haven't heard of? Anybody from your side of the family today?
Oh, they're all. I just haven't been. Hi, Mom.
I'm sure you
Hi,
have.
wife.
All right, 1st and 10 after this kickoff. Ball goes back to the 35 after that 5-yard penalty, so we're going to see what's going to happen. Yeah. See, you should have let it go on out of bounds, too. They would have got it again. Over on that left side.
Still,
is
you look at it. He's out at the 40.
Yeah,
Would have been
yeah.
worse off giving it to 21.
No, I know it. He should have let it go on out of bounds, make him re-kick 5 yards back again, too, because that ball would have gone out of bounds. I'm hiding 21, but
Yeah.
that's just me. So 1st and 10, ball's going to be marked right at the 41-yard line.
Got a great crowd out there listening, watching on Sailor Nation Sports Network. 103, 104 people right
Seriously?
now. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
And we got a great crowd, the Mona Shores crowd that came out across the city here to cheer at the stadium, which is what we
150 people
love
here,
to have
probably,
out here.
Yeah. And thanks to athletic Todd Conrad for allowing us to bring in the second half
Yeah.
to action here.
Got 4:05 left in the third quarter, 28-7. Mona Shores, I'm not even going to say comfortably because
No, it's not
this
comfortable.
Fruitport team has not made anything comfortable for them all
Trips
night.
to the right out of the diamond formation, split to the left, lone back, offset to the right, back to pass. See, this is what I thought Mona Shores should do.
Yes.
Just a little
Yes.
dink and dunk right
Yes.
here, just to loosen things up.
Yep.
Because eventually those defensive backs got to cheat up. Then, then you go vertical on them a little bit.
And success at that level, 5-6 yards.
Oh, it's
You're going to
huge.
move it down the field. You're going to control the clock. It's
Well,
everything
not
that you
only
look
that,
at
though,
in football.
You got athletes that can break a tackle
Brady
and go.
Rose on the outside. On
Right,
one of
you
those
got
is going to
Hobson,
be
you got Trovinger. Pick your poison.
Yep.
Trips right, split left. 2nd down and 3, 3:59, counting down. Like how everybody now is just clapping their hands. Little ball overthrown there to number 21.
I think they're just trying to stay warm.
Yes, what it is, you think that's, yeah, it could be. I know, I've been just moving back and forth all day
Yep.
today here.
Honestly, I'm thankful that I'm as warm as I am. It could be worse tonight. Well, you mentioned the wind. If we had any wind out here, or if there was even a little light precipitation,
Yeah, it'd be
I
horrible.
think I would have pulled the plug on this.
Yeah, I think we would too. Or Kimmon would have been out here with his tent. We would have been underneath where Kimmon is.
I would have called in from the phone.
3rd down and 3, balls at the 48. Want to welcome everybody out there. We're live streaming. You can see us. And we're glad that we're into your homes right now. There's going to be a flag on the
Looks like
play.
they're calling it dead before. Shores was cheating up, and they're going to call it against Mona Shores. but that would almost be a free play, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you think that it would be a free play if they're coming up? They're trying to stun in on the right side of the defensive line.
It's a dead ball foul, though. They're going to the infraction occurred before the snap, so it's a dead ball foul.
Gotcha.
So they're going to call on that. It's the third time now on Shores that the defense has been offside,
Correct.
though.
Yes.
Selection show this coming Sunday at
Booyah's Sports Bar. That's correct. Great food there. They have great food. We're live streaming from that.
So
5:30 days.
If I remember right, last year, back to pass, he's going to be tackled by the interior. That big Bryce Sicken guy there. No,
Joey Cerner on that one.
Joey Cerner on the tackle.
53. Carson Maryhew.
Yeah, being on the tackle. So last year we were at Brands, and all these coaches, you know, the guys that had won the state championship, they brought in some of their state championship rings. I said, well, golly, look at these guys. So, you know what I'm bringing in Sunday?
What are you bringing in?
Oh, yeah, I'm bringing my 2 state championship
Look at
rings.
you go.
Yeah, look at me do this. Yeah,
I got to think of what I can bring in.
Koziak's got 3. I think Chick's got 5 from West Catholic, so I'm the low boy there with 2. My son, who started coaching with Jack down at Zeeland West, he's got a state championship ring, John Shillito.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it's kind of fun. But, boy, they got the new rings now. These people got these big old. I just got a little class ring from, you know. But that's what, you know, the styles have changed. It's 3rd and 15 for the Trojans. We're counting down to 3:05 here in the third quarter. Quarter dominated by the Sailors.
And they came out on fire the second half, that's for sure.
Jet going to go downfield, cross field, ball's well over the secondary coverage has been excellent in this quarter right here.
Yes.
Coach Tyler Van Bergen is a secondary coach.
And you are seeing a lot more defensive penetration on that offensive line of Fruitport, which was one of our keys to the game, is getting in the quarterback's face. And when we haven't, he's been able to slice and dice us up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So the Trojans are going to punt it away. Smart move on their part. Ball's marked at their own 49.5-yard line. 3:01. Travinger and is that Trav or is that Hobson?
Travinger and Camden, I believe.
Camden. This is a returnable punt right here. Brady Rose can't pick it up, and Brady Rose is going to let it go. See, this is one I think Brady could have picked up on the fly.
Yep.
And maybe, Gottlieb, you know, who am I to question the little Swiss Army knife back there that has just been absolutely electric to see.
The way we've been playing the second half, the offense should be able to move this ball. 98-yard drive is not out of the question. It's going to, you know,
eat up a lot of clock.
It'll
bring us into the fourth quarter.
Unless we get a Burke, Burks breaks one through and, you know, that kind of stuff. We've got some movement to do, but I think we're going to do it on this possession. 1st and
10, ball's marked back at the 3-yard line here. 2:51 counting down. Regular season comes to an end for everyone today, at least on the west side of the state here. Some of the Catholic leagues over on the east side, the Detroit Catholic League, will play some of their games on Saturday. But the selection show for everybody will be this Sunday. I believe it starts at 6 o'clock.
Our coverage will start at 5:30. It goes till 8 o'clock.
So what do you got planned for us, old boss?
Well, we can kind of putting a little bit of idea together for our show like that. Definitely, just like last year, we'll get some interviews with some coaches, some players, that kind of stuff. Talk about what the selection show is, how that works.
I think we should get Athletic Director Todd Conrad
to,
know, absolutely to thank him for everything he's done this year.
Absolutely. We'll see who we have there, and we'll see who we can do an interview with.
Be nice to see Bill O'Brien, the superintendent. That'd be kind of cool to interview him a little bit too. Jet. Oh, there it is.
Jet.
There, that's a little counter. It's nicer. So how's it? It's fake wrap around behind his back in it. Now we saw that play against. Where did we see it? But it was a fumble.
Yes, I think it was it Muskegon?
Yeah, I think it was a Muskegon game right there. Yeah, that's a nice little wrinkle. Picks up about 2 or 3. No, it gets enough for the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sailors, 1:44 counting down here. Want to welcome everybody that gets to see us now. I'm not sure it's a bless. No, I'm not the prettiest guy. I'm not even the handsomest guy. I'm okay.
We are loved by our fans, and
yes,
feel
we
it
are.
every single week. That is for certain.
How many people we got watching
this
now?
This team is loved. This team right here is loved by our fans. We're looking at about 113 people.
113. There's a fumble, and it looks like Fruitport's got it. Fruitport has recovered the fumble by the Sailors. I think Burks was the ball carrier. Lost it as he was going down, or the mesh was bad. We don't have the luxury of replay here, but that's soon to be coming, I'm sure, by you, right?
We actually are demoing. I'm working on a piece of software we might be able to get that gives us the ability to do a instant replay.
I just love when you talk computer stuff like I'm working on software, the little techno geek that you are.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
See, that's the side of people, that's the side of you we don't know about.
There's something else. We're at the end. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's an important
go
piece.
Ahead. Yeah, right, go ahead.
Important piece. We talked about this last year with Noah on his way out at the end of the season. This is Connor's last year with us here at Sailor Nation Sports Network. Graduates this year, he'll be gone.
Yes, our boy does graduate. Low snap, quarterback's going to pick it up. That's a fourth time this game that we have seen the low snap and the bobble. Going to lose about one on the fumble right there. So Connor's going to be graduating. Yeah.
Connor, do you have anybody chosen to, pick up the torch and continue on here? We'll have to talk about this. This is a big decision.
Yeah, Connor, now that you snub your little nose.
You got one more year left with us, right? So okay,
yeah,
so we're
junior.
good. We're good with our spotter.
Yeah.
You don't have two more. Well, you're going to stay in town, so Connor might be able to stay with us. We'll see. Fruitport taking it
down
to
at about the
4-yard
3-yard line now, I think. Well, I kind of told you how much I had to pay for Connor to get this little gig in Matilda, right? It was some serious money, okay? What do you think it cost me to get this kid graduated?
Oh.
You think Matilda was expensive?
There's nothing that we won't do for the education of our youth,
That's right, for the education of our youth, boy.
So first down on the 4-yard line. The Trojans are making us work for it.
It's a heavy set off to the right. You're going to be a Connor. We saw that in the JV gun. It's going to be tackled down to I think he's in. Touchdown, Fruitport.
Okay, we got the side judges that are they're calling.
Yep, they're calling it all the way across now, so it's a touchdown. So the fumble turns into 6 right now for Fruitport.
Yeah, and that's the wrong.
Yeah.
Just going the wrong way.
So you look at this game. So let's just look here now. We've come to the end of the third quarter. We'll touch base in a minute. PAT coming up right now for the Trojans. Snap, the hold, the kick. It is, boy, it's almost blocked. It is good. So we've come to the end of the third quarter of action with the touchdown. Your score now has been cut in half. Motor Short 28, Fruitport 14. We're going to be right back after this commercial break.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Want to welcome everyone back, and We were talking a minute while we were off the air, the consistency, and that's a great point you brought up. What's consistent about it is our inconsistency in this game.
Yes, in this game it definitely has been. We were talking about what do we attribute that to, and some of it could be that, coming out flat after the loss to Muskegon, which we wanted this to be the bounce-back game. And we wanted this to be, it's a good Fruitport Trojans team, but it should be a team that Mona Shore should be able to handle. They are handling their business, but not on a consistent basis tonight, and that's not what you want to see going into – oh, no. Oh, man. Oh. So it was a blooper kick. We were able to get down. Fruitport coverage was able to get down. We missed the ball. It hit the ground, and it was anyone's ball there for just a few minutes. I don't know who it was that ended up jumping on that ball, but it is going to be a Mona Shore Sailor ball at about the 35, maybe the 34-yard line.
Okay, got a text from my son. Dad, we're almost double your temperature. We're not at 62. We're at 67.
He's not helping.
Number 2.
He's not helping.
No, he's not helping at all. But he also wanted to mention Hope College. My son played 4 years at Hope College. Hope College now is number 2 in the country in scoring at 53 points a game.
Wow.
And leading the country in fewest yards in penalties out of all
Disciplined.
football. Yeah.
Disciplined. Very nice.
Peter Sturzman, the head coach, over there, little pass over there, and that must have slipped out of his hand. Now, is it a lateral, though? We're going to find out. Or is it a forward pass?
It looks as though they're going to mark it as a lateral, because I think Brady was a little bit behind the throw.
The short guy got it, because if is that dew?
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of dew out here from the cold weather. Yeah. So, again, like we talked about, you're going to have that affect you more on the field with the ball and the grass and everything else. Yeah. Plus, you have cold hands. So, you're going to have some of those mistakes happen. You just don't want them to be costly.
Do you have gloves or do I have your gloves?
You have my gloves.
Well, you can have them back.
No. Listen, I just taught for the Fire Academy. I taught hypothermia and how to recognize it and what you need to do. And we talked about the young and the elderly are the most susceptible to hypothermia.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any other emergencies to take care of this week.
Right.
Like
so
last
the old
week.
man on the staff here. Right. Well, God bless you for thinking of me.
No, and I usually like my hands free and in my pockets.
Do you really?
Yeah. My hands are actually the warmest part of my body right now.
So the term cold-hearted firefighter, does that not play into you? Because you're never cold?
Well, that all depends on what my staff says. that may depend on the day. So
right. So
I couldn't have a better staff of firefighters.
No.
Tell you what.
You're a good leader, and that good staff, good leader. You know what? Congratulations. I think you're a great guy. And so. Wow, that's a huge break for Mona Shore because on that errant pass, but we got a dead ball foul, personal foul. So it brings up a 1st and 10. Ball's going to be marked at the 47-yard line. Dead week down in Charlotte. South Mecklenburg does not have a game tonight, so they got a bye week or a dead week. Burks, no. Borsman's going to keep the ball, and Borsman's going to be tackled for a loss. 28-14, 11-29 counting down here in the final quarter. Wow, this is it for regular seasons, my friend.
Regular season, regular OK Black Conference. We're seeing the end of a lot going on here. So.
Well, can you believe how fast? I mean, honestly, maybe as I get older, things just go a lot faster.
Oh no! This seems like this season did fly by. Got to say hi to a lot of people that are out here saying hello. Joe Holub saying good evening. He's a good friend of mine. Katie Tenhove, right now, currently time left is 11:18, fourth quarter. Your Sailors are up 28-14.
It's going to be another penalty on Fruitport. It's a big one. It's another 15-yarder. We'll hear what the official has to say. It's got to be a personal foul again. Boy, I tell you, it's 30 yards now Fruitport has given up on 2 penalties. Face mask. I didn't see the face mask. But
this is working in our on our behalf with these penalties.
Oh yeah. Borsma back to pass. He's wide open downfield. Is that Travander or Hobson? It's going to be incomplete. Who's that, Johnny? Is that Hobson over there? That's Jalen, isn't it? I got to believe on that.
Little traffic in front of our player.
Yep.
So, one thing that I've noticed a little bit out of Borsman, we talked about it, that deep ball. Sometimes he puts it right where it needs to be. Other times it's a little bit hung under there, and just doesn't quite get the depth that it needs, and creates a little bit of a.
Though, but it was well defended by the Fruitport. Travinger breaks 20,
right
15,
through the middle.
10, 5. Travinger drives into the end zone. Touchdown, Mona Shores.
That was beautiful blocking up front. That's where everything started. You got a great handoff. Obviously, we talked about the ball being a little bit slippery. But give credit to the offensive line on that when they were able to open up that hole on that left side. And he cut through. Once he got into the secondary, nobody touched him.
Yep. So once again, we have a little bit of breathing room, up by 20 at this point. By 20, waiting for the PAT by Keegan.
Just had a score update about the Muskegon-Reese Puffer game. Big Reds are up 56-0.
56-0. The slaughter is on. And
boy, I tell you what, you think of the points that have been being scored by that Muskegon team over the course of this season. Unbelievable. So 35-14, 10:55 left in this game. Last game of the regular season. OK Black. And then we move into the playoffs.
Yeah, where it's one and done.
One and done, that's right.
How about we take a quick break?
Yeah, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. 35-14. Come on, Connor, don't think you're just going to be coaching on this now.
Sailor Nation Sports Network fans, now's your opportunity to become a sponsor. If you would like to get your name listed as an alumni or as a business and support this great thing we have going, please contact us on the Sailor Nation Sports Network group page. We'd be happy to list you and your business, or just you as an alumni, in support of these great opportunities for our young athletes. Don't forget that your sponsorship will also be rebroadcast anytime one of our programs goes on the Muskegon Channel 96 Government Access Channel. That's where it will be seen in its entirety every time we show you in our Sailor Nation Sports broadcast. Contact us today to get that sponsorship going.
Want to welcome everyone back. Sailors up by 21, 10:55 remaining here in the final quarter. The defunct OK Black Conference will cease to exist for 4 years in football.
That's right. You got it.
This is it.
Last of the last.
He still got 21 deep middle. You know it's not going there.
He's
right,
cheating over to the side there.
Yeah, I would have. And now we're going to kick it. So, yeah, you got a nice kicker. Okay, DeKuyper does a really nice job kicking. I think, wherever that kid moves, I guess what I would do, I'd put him right in the middle between those guys. Then I can do it. But it's a mute point right here. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojan. Ball's going to be marked at the 36-yard line.
So in all seriousness, I want to give a little bit of love to our support staff here.
Oh, absolutely.
We always give a lot of credit, and it's well-deserved for Kimmin. Kimmin goes through all sorts of weather. He gives us great shots. Kimmin's looking over at us. How you doing, Kimmin?
A lot of love for Kimmin.
A lot of love for Kimmin.
Absolutely.
And a lot of love for this guy right here. He has taken over something that really was my control, and he's done a fantastic job. Nice job, Connor. And we got Johnny, who's been spot on with the spot.
Johnny Hall, spot on, absolutely. My question to you, though, Connor's taken off a lot of what you had control of. Mm-hmm. How does it feel losing control?
Oh, I can still pull it back anytime I want. Don't think that. I mean, let's not say. I mean, he's got control of it because
you've allowed
I've
him
allowed
to
him
have control.
No, Connor, you're honestly, you're doing a fantastic job. Fantastic job.
Got little stiff hands right there, don't you, big fella? I bet you do.
Johnny is frozen to the top of the press box up here, so we'll have to thaw him out before we go. Quick pass off to the left side, goes in and out of the hands of number 4.
2nd down and 3rd down and 10. So, question, we've been doing this together now, what, live?
3 years. Well, 3 years together, 2 years live stream.
2 years live, 3 years together. Wow. Just seems like yesterday.
It does, and it's been fun.
And Kimmon's been doing this for a long time.
Oh, a long time. Kimmon's got, I'll tell you what, and we run the ads for the videography Impact Media Group.
Yep.
Kimmon has so much work in the business. He has a tremendous amount
God.
of work in the business. And anybody out there that needs any type of videography work, capture work, he's your guy. You want to make
and
sure.
He travels everywhere around the state. I mean, he's not just a local guy. Kimmon's all over the place. Quarterback's going to be sacked there. Who's that? 85, Hackema.
No, and once again, Sailor Nation, we need to throw a shout out there to Todd Conrad, the athletic director for Mona Shores. He has been a pivotal point for the last 2 years, especially with the live streaming and coordinating through the MHSAA and everything else. Great support of ours, great support of all of the athletics for Mona Shores, great support of the school in general. He's been fantastic to work with as well, and look forward to the rest of the school year. So,
just got a text from. I don't know how he's getting these stats. So
blocked punt.
Blocked punt. Oh, there it is. Who's going to pick up? Travinger's going to pick it up, and Shores will have it at about the 43-yard line.
A little bit of pushing up there. A little extracurricular activity, but Travinger, I think Hackema got the block on it, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to look to see on the Facebook feed here, see if I can capture who it was that maybe picked that up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see close enough. Yeah, it looks like Hackema was able to blast the protectors and was able to get just enough penetration to get that hand up as the punt was sent off into the air, and we got it back. So with 9:50 left in the fourth quarter, 35-14, Sailors have the ball. It's going to be at the 42-yard line of the Fruitport Trojans. I think we're probably going to be looking for another score here, obviously, but we want to get this clock run down and get out of here injury-free, move on to our next stage of the season, and go away from here with a win to close out the regular season. What you finding out there? You got some more stats?
I'm getting some stats. We talk about Muskegon a ton, and the thrashing that was put upon us. My son is getting some stats from Max Preps. Muskegon is averaging 49 points per game this season, 445 yards rushing per game.
Per game? No, that seems
445 yards. No, per game. Oh my God.
445 yards total. Not
per game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost 500 yards. I mean, that's just incredible.
So we got the referees at the midfield here where the ball is, and I'm not exactly sure what we're doing. We haven't heard anything. There's no flags on the field. There was a little bit of a extracurricular activity after the punt was blocked, and it was recovered once they were down.
Johnny Hall just updated the temperature.
35 degrees, balmy, 35 degrees, right?
So you could just tell by everything that it was.
Well, the moisture comes in at a certain temperature. I remember seeing what the humidity and dew point level was, so I figured it was probably.
And so you
actually, I just saw on Johnny's phone that it said 35 degrees, but that sounded good though, didn't it? I would have been able to convince you. All right, so it looks like the referees are done talking about whatever it is that they wanted to talk about. And the Mona Shore Sailors coming up to the ball to get ready to take over on offense after that block punt. 9:50 left, fourth quarter, 35-14. Your Sailors are still comfortably up, but they need to continue to get more consistent.
You keep talking, man.
I'm going to keep talking here. Borsman back. Running back off to his left. Hand off. Borsman keeps it. He's going to go about 2 or 3 yards on that.
Muskegon this season has scored 445 points.
Unbelievable.
They've given up 58.
That's remarkable.
Okay, I got a little stat for you. You ready for this?
Let's hear your little stat.
Our little JV team averaged 35 points per game.
Nice.
How many did we give up this total year? 47. We gave up 47 points in 9 games.
That's remarkable.
5 points
That's
per
really
game.
good.
That's really good for a JV team, and it's not just me. It's the coaching staff, It's Coach Konechny working with the defense. Andre Burks slicing through
that
there,
looks like it
picking
might
up the
be
first game.
That was Trovinger on the ball carrier on that one.
Was that Trovinger?
So our 139 fans that we currently have watching, thank you. Got 9 minutes left. Sailors had the ball driving fourth quarter, 35-14. They're up just about the 29-yard line. Definitely feeling that 35 degrees up here. That is certain.
But it's a balmy 35, though. I mean, you know, let's be positive about this. It's not a windy 35.
No.
It's not a wind chill 35.
Worseman back to pass. To 23. Going to be making down to about the 20-yard line.
Right down, yeah.
You know, it's interesting doing what you do every now and then.
Oh, boy.
No,
Here
I mean interesting. No, I'm being serious.
Wow, I don't do anything, do I?
I said it's interesting. You do a great job, and I've been sitting here listening to you all these, over these 3 years and this season, and I learn everything that I'm supposed to do and things that I'm not supposed to do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the comment. And you, on the other hand, with all the little verbiage that you throw in, checking your phone, I mean, you multitask. I just look and talk. You're here, there. Thank you. I mean, it's a good team.
Yeah,
we've got a great team from the vision and Kimmin to God. What do I want to call this kid over here? I want to call him something. But you know what, Johnny, my new boy Johnny, that I love right here.
There's a lot of love here.
There's Connor. And I love Connor, the senior that he is. Senior, are you suffering from senioritis yet? Do you know what senioritis is? And you're lucky I'm not your daddy.
Third down, 2 yards to go.
Ball's at the 21-yard line. Twins to the top. H-back. Is that Trop carrying the ball?
Yeah, that's Trop carrying the ball.
Tropinger back there. I tell you what, you run behind Andre Burks, you're going to get some yardage behind Andre Burks.
Absolutely. You got that lead back going through there like that.
Here's the neat thing about Coach Cozy. Now, he's got one of my kids up there. Elijah is up there. And he's injured, bruised his ribs pretty good in a ball game. So he's been sitting out here. But, boy, Andre Burks, where are you going to use Andre? Because you got our fullback is going to be graduating. Trey Sean is going to be graduating. So you got Andre, you got Elijah. Boy, he's going to have a lot of weapons to pick from him. Brady Rose maybe at quarterback. Or are you going to go Mark Konechny at quarterback? You go Mark Konechny at quarterback. Gosh, Brady Rose stays at the slot. So there's going to be a lot of action going on. Coach Joe Koziak's got to be excited about what's coming up from the JV and what's going to be returning next year as well. 6:29 counting down here, fourth quarter of action here. We're kind of floating around here a little bit. Game kind of well in hand right now.
So a couple of questions. Heath Schultz. He asked, is the first playoff game going to be home or away? And most likely it's going to be away based upon our record and the number of points that we have accumulated through the season. But that stuff will officially be determined this Sunday.
Yep. And not only is it going to be, there's probably a really good
Worseman on the
chance.
keep, and he's going to get
keep.
The first down and more.
And more, is he in?
I have no signal yet. Looks like they're going to.
We're waiting on that far side.
It's going to be down before the touchdown.
Looks like the officials got this official over here is going to be at the 2-yard line right here.
The official mark on the far side is going to be the one that we.
So I've got the playoff picture right. Is this the 8.5 one? Okay, so here's the 8.5. So if this holds true, Midland, Dow goes to Midland and play, and they play at the same field. Mona Shores goes to Traverse City. They play Traverse City Central. In District 2, it's Portage Northern playing host to Portage Central, who we played at the JV level this year down there. And then it'll be
Trovinger in for a touchdown.
Trovinger, and then it'll be Manawan traveling to Forest Hill Central. And then so in Game 3, the winners of each region will play. Now, the only way we host a game is
Traverse City Central would have to lose, and there was a chance. Well, and even if it was, I know that a couple weeks ago, Forest Hill Central was in the mix as one of the teams we could possibly be.
So we could be a Game 3 host, because if the winner of Region 1 has more points than anybody in
so if we come out of District 1,
right? So if we
would host Game 3.
Right, the winner of District 1 will host Game 3, which could be us.
So 42-14 after that Trovinger score, 5:12 left in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break, see if we can warm ourselves up a little bit, and we'll be right back.
Hey, it's 42-14. Sailors now comfortably up by how many? 28 points.
I got a text message from our wonderful Dan Vandermind. He says that it's 72 degrees in his living room, and he's watching us. Kicked off to the right side, taken at about the 28-yard line, brought up to about the 40.
The question, though, Dan, is
and
it
a flag, late flag.
Yep. Dan, is it a balmy 72 versus a comfortable 35 here? That's what I want to know, Dan.
He says that according to the weather app, it's a feels like 32 here.
It feels like. Dan, you know what? They're really spot on, because it does feel like 32. But, Dan, there's no breeze. No breeze at all.
No breeze. So I believe this is going to be a personal foul, late hit against Mona Shores. Hit out of bounds on the Fruitport side of the field during that kickoff return.
Might get a little chippy now out there.
Well, 5:07 left. The game is fairly well in hand. This is where you start seeing, especially in a night like this, the last game of the season for Fruitport.
Yep. Got to think, and not think. We are seeing a lot of substitutes coming in right now. We're going to try to get to some of those substitutes if we can. There, James McBride is now in. 5'8", 290-pound senior. Big James McBride in. Tackled by the left side of that Sailor defense. So, my friend, year 3 is almost in the books.
Yeah, year 3 regular season for football, but we got plenty of action that we're going to bring for the remainder of the school year. Plenty of other sports. Absolutely plenty of other sports.
Yeah, we're going to have fun with this year.
Yep.
We're going to be a lot more proactive in covering a lot of new stuff.
We learned a lot last year, being our first
yeah.
year that we did the live streaming, some of the advantages, disadvantages, some of the strengths, weaknesses, and challenges that we had to face. Almost intercepted, but he was able to get that.
11 play, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Andre Burks just about got his hand in there. He's able to almost cut that pass off as he threw it off to the left side.
Got Longmire down there, John down there with one of the Sailors getting in each other's grill there a little bit. Longmire's coming out right now. They're going to take a little break here. They're going to talk to him a little bit. Brings up 3rd down and 7, ball at 42. We're 4 minutes and counting down, the regular season coming to an end. Boy, the Sailors doing that. Any team that tries to go horizontal is just, other than Muskegon, it's just not going to get there.
Yeah, they were able to shut that down pretty well against everybody except them.
Yeah. I have never been to Booyah's.
They got really good food.
That's what everybody says.
They got really good food.
So
got
what
a good
time
lunch
are we getting
buffet.
there then? I mean, if this thing starts up,
I'm
when do you want me
probably
there?
we start at 5:30. I'll probably be there by 4:30 at the latest to get set up and everything else. So.
Well, when do you want me there, boss?
As long as you're there by the time we go live.
Okay.
We're good to go.
I just feel like I don't do enough to help.
Oh, you're the talent. You
know,
do everything.
Right, yeah, I talk. Yeah. 4th and 5. Ball's at the 29. No, it's a takeover on downs. That was a 4th down play. So it'll be first the Sailors take over. Going to see who's going to be a quarterback. Got to think you're going to see maybe Brady Rose.
You know, we talked a little bit about this.
Boersma's coming out right now.
We talked a little bit about this when we were at the Union game, when you get the this type of a situation, and it ended up being Trovinger that they brought in to play a little bit of quarterback.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Brady, if everybody remembers, got did he get 3 or 4
He got
games?
2 starts. He got 2 starts.
It was only 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So he got 2 starts. He got some good playing time in there at quarterback. Did very well in
did
the
a nice
absence
job.
of Boersma. And Boersma came in, and he got warmed back up. He's done fairly well. Trovinger did very well when he took over in the 4th quarter of the Union game. So we do have some depth at quarterback. Answered those questions there.
And I think next year's going to be a nice challenge for Coach Kozak, because Caden graduates. You got Brady that can play, you know, because he started. But our quarterback, our junior, Mark Konecki, has done a really good job. So the question is, do you go with a proven kid like Brady and take him away from the slot and put him at quarterback and groom Konecki, or do you use a junior, keep Brady at the slot that you're going to have for 2 years? See, that's going to be the dilemma for the whole coaching.
Honestly, not being a coach, I would tend to believe that a lot of that is going to be determined by the running back position.
Oh, I think so too.
If you have a running game, you have a little bit more cushion to allow a Mark Konecki to come up and develop while you still have that weapon in Brady Rose.
Absolutely. Dieselberg, Dylan.
Yep.
Who's that? Dieselberg, 17.
Yeah,
Dieselberg,
third down.
Yeah. So we got a different back in there. Yeah, I mean, what a great problem to have. You got 2 good quarterbacks, you know, you're good. You're going to have a bunch of slots come back. Offensively, I think we're going to be good. And the offensive line, a lot of them are coming back. Brady Rose in at quarterback right now. Looks like, is that Brady or is that? Yeah,
that's Brady handing it off to number 17.
At running back right now. So Portsmouth's night isn't done. You know, it was a good night.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great night, I don't think, for throwing the ball, but it was a good, steady performance.
Overall, I think they'd made a lot of corrections in the second half. They looked a lot more alive in the second half.
I would agree
Still
with you
a
on
few,
that.
issues and concerns, but the consistency is what we need, especially going into the playoffs. We need to work on that consistent march down the field. We need to be able to score points on every single time that we get out here on offense. So
104, 1 minute, counting down here. It's 4th down and 3. Got to think you're going to see a hard count. 21 in motion, a little toss. It's going to get the first down. There's going to be a flag. It's going to come back, either a block in the back or a hold. Elijah Farnham, the ball carrier, getting the first down, but there's holding. I think it's going to be a hold. We're going to see in just a minute.
They're moving the first down marker. That probably shouldn't have been done.
No, right.
Because that first down marker is where the ball was.
Correct.
And they need to mark off that 10 yards for the holding from that point. Something I noticed on that last play, Nick, was pretty awesome. You saw the offensive and the defensive line. You're starting to sub some people in. It's the end of the season. You got 48 seconds left. They're all reaching across, and they're all giving 5.
Yeah. So Dan Vandermeer, God bless Dan Vandermeer. Absolutely God. Nick, fairly balmy, fairly balmy in my house with a light breeze off the fireplace.
I'm glad he's enjoying it. I'm glad.
Touche, Dan. Touche, my friend. And Dan, if we're heading up to Traverse City on Friday, most likely you're welcome to join the caravan, or if you're going
fumble.
to others.
Fruitport picks it up, and then there's going to be a fumble with a recovery and a touchdown.
Fruitport on the scoop and score with 36. Who fumbled the ball? Who was the ball carrier? I didn't see that either. Well, that's not going to look good on the score there, is it? It's going to make it look like it's a closer game than it really was. All right, so the scoop and score. It's going to make it 20, extra point, 21-42.
Going into the playoffs, this game itself was supposed to be that rebound game, that rebuild game after the Muskegon game last week.
And a confidence builder.
Confidence builder,
yeah.
Yep, that's right. You need to try to get that rhythm back. You need to try to get that consistency back, which we haven't been able to see. And to have the game, 36 seconds left. It might not end that way, but to have the game end on a fumble, scoop, and score is not. It's just not good going into the playoffs. But nevertheless, we're in the playoffs. You have to look past it. You're gonna have to, do your job and get things done going into that first round of the playoffs.
And you bring up a great point. Not a good ending to this game, but the bottom line is you're in the playoffs. Let's hope that you come home healthy.
Right.
You've rested a couple of starters that didn't play. Trey Ward didn't play tonight either. Not sure if Trey has an injury or not, but
the
Trey
two-point
did
conversion attempt was no good.
no good. So 42-20. Gotta believe that your Sailors are probably just going to take a knee. Force the team take a timeout if you want. It's kind of a moot point. You're down by. What are you down by? 22?
Yep, 22.
Yeah, you're down by
so.
22. Yeah, okay, the game's in hand right now. Take a knee.
Yeah, avoid the injuries. Now what we're doing is we're going to
formation.
Here we go. Connor, stand up. We're going to get one more shot.
The family here. The fam's here.
As we're getting ready to do
Johnny
that.
Hall right here.
Everybody's going to
want to thank Kim and the vision behind everything
right.
that we're doing. Kim, love you. Thank you so very much. This is just
And
a joy.
the thanks really, truly goes out to the Sailor Nation Sports fans that tune in, that have been watching us all night long, listening to us when we're only doing audio. You guys are the reasons we do this. All over the country.
It's just
all over
a
the country.
blast. It really is almost the best. Now that my season's done, it's the best part of my week right now, being with all you guys right now. It's fun. We're going to be making a road trip. First stop is going to be at Booyah's on Sunday.
And that's where we'll find out where that next road trip is going to be.
Yeah, the road trip's going to be. I'm just going to be adding mileage to my season this year. I'll be over 1,000 miles by the end of the season.
You know, the nice thing about it is it's been on a team van in most cases, right? All team vans, being a coach, being able to take that in there like that. So,
well, I want to share something with Sailor Nation. So when I first started coaching many, many years ago, just a few years ago, my first scout ever was to Alpena with Steve Hoffman.
Oh.
Alpena, Michigan. Steve and I.
You know what? You know what is in between Alpena and here?
A lot of stuff.
Miles and miles and miles of nothing but miles and
Alpena,
miles
Michigan.
and miles.
So, anyways, we stopped and I got a Jamocha shake. For 40 years, every away trip,
Jamocha shake.
I get a Jamocha shake, and I got one even in Fruitport. I got a Jamocha shake tonight.
And you know?
And guess what? When I go up to Traverse City, I may knock down 2 Jamocha shakes because it's so far. Yes, sirree.
Well, I'll tell you what. You made an impression on that one girl at the
yes, I did.
The Arby's. Are you that guy from TV?
Yeah, right. Sailors are in victory formation. They're going to take a knee just like I thought they would, and they should.
Yep.
Games out of reach, well in hand.
Fruitport is not taking a timeout, which is good.
They're going to go line up in a field. So let's do a wrap-up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. And we're going to be right here. Kim is going to turn it around over here.
Come here there.
He's going to get the shot, and I think he's going to come on over. Come on over here, Kim.
Come here.
Come on over, Connor. We're going to look one more time.
Come here, big boy.
Connor is really cold. So is Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny and Connor cold. You guys get down. I'll help up here. Kim, get that up. Can you come over with those two?
I think he's going to try to come over.
All right, there we go right here. Look at he's got the little camera on his head.
He does, so we can see what's going on.
So the game has come to an end, my friend. The regular season is behind us.
Yep.
OK Black football will cease to exist for a little bit. Kim is going to come on over here. We're all together right here for what comes to just a wonderful end of the season. Comments, my friend?
Well, every time that we do a broadcast, it makes me want to go to the next broadcast because I've always had so much fun. Second year that we've done it live stream, third year that we've been able to do it together. I know Noah's been watching in and out. I know we have fans that have followed us from year one all the way through. And I can't wait to take this on and continue to build throughout the entire sports season of Mona Shores. We've got lots of other sports that we want to make sure that we get out there. Those coaches that are out there, make sure to get a hold of us because we want to be able to facilitate what it is that we're going to bring out there to Sailor Nation Sports and the way you want it. And this team is going to do it.
With Athletic Director Conrad, because he's just been a gem to work with. He's going to tell us which ones we can, which ones, he would suggest from competitive cheer to basketball to Mick Holman. We're going to try to get Mick involved. It's going to be a fun year, and I truly am looking forward to it with all of us.
Sailor Nation, you are the reason we do this, and thank you very much for making this so successful.
So, for the family tonight, good night, everybody. Thank you so much. We love you out there. Yep. Hey, we'll see you from Booyah's.
That's Booyah's. We'll see you on Sunday.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
This is Sailor Nation Sports Network. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.